Welcome everyone to Jimmy John's Field for SpongeBob Day here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon ball game between the Westside Woolly Mammoths and the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
It's going to be a great matchup this afternoon, Brian. Great pitchers on the mound. We have Randy Wynn against Travis McQueen.
Yeah, Travis McQueen has been pretty solid in recent games. His last time out, he only went 4 1/3 though. He got roughed up in a close game. 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. But in the times we've seen him here in the open to the public games, he's done a really good job.
Yes, he has. Yeah, Wynn also in 54 innings pitch, has 4 wins, 3 losses, given up 66 hits this season, has 8 walks given up, has 45 strikeouts, 30 runs he gave up, but 28 were earned, and an ERA of 4.63.
Yeah, he had a couple of rough outings that really ballooned his ERA. He's actually done a pretty good job this season, despite that. But Travis McQueen, Dan, just recently moved into the starting rotation.
Yeah.
This is his 4th start and his 15th appearance into this season.
He adjusted quite well.
Yeah, he's got a 3.52 ERA this season in 38 2/3 inning pitched with 31 hits, 11 walks, and 29 strikeouts. So he's done a really good job, and I expect to see more of that here today as these two teams are set to face off for a divisional matchup. That was a good pitch there from that young lad as we're going through our first pitches right now.
Yes. It's a beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, it really is. 75 degrees, partly cloudy. It's been, temperature-wise, it's been really nice all weekend long.
Yes, it has. You know, Thursday, of course, we had that rain that came in. Also, a little bit of rain before the game yesterday.
Yeah, it's been a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
It's been scattered, but today looks to be a better day.
Now, Brian, who you can go for your player of the game this afternoon?
For me, I will be going with the left fielder of the Mammoths, Sean Wood. Now, Sean Wood's actually been struggling this season. In his 14 games and 35 at-bats with the Mammoths, he only has an average of .086. He's got 4 RBIs and 1 home run and 3 hits. And it might seem weird to pick him how much he's struggling, but I just got a gut feeling that today he's going to have a good baseball game.
Yes, I like your pick there. Now, I'm going to go with Robert Pollard from the Beavers. Pollard this season in 45 at-bats has 15 hits, has 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, and has 24 walks. His batting average of .333.
Yeah, he's been very consistent at the plate ever since joining the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, so expect him to continue that here today.
Now, who's Steve going to go with?
Steve is going to go with Dan Kennan, who is the third baseman for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. Kennan in 35 games, 126 at-bats, has 32 hits, 9 RBIs, no home runs, though, and a batting average of .254. So he's been doing a pretty good job, gets a base hit about every 4 at-bats. So I expect him to do a pretty good solid job here today as well.
Now, the Beavers were in action. It was Thursday evening, and they ended up losing 5-3 against the Hoppers.
Yeah, Tanner Keast went out there, had himself a quality start for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. He went 6 innings and it kept the Beavers to just 2 earned runs in that ball game. Although they kind of forced him to go 120 pitches because of how exhausted their bullpen was. He had 12 strikeouts, though. And so they just couldn't do much against that Hoppers bullpen, unlike yesterday, which really got roughed up.
Now, the Woolly Mammoths are coming off of a win Friday evening. They won 3-1. That was when Jeremy Holcomb was just outstanding on the mound.
Yeah, Jeremy Holcomb went 8 innings pitched and, 10 strikeouts?
Yes.
He was absolutely phenomenal. Ethan Whisker had a pretty good day, too. He went 2 for 3 that day with a triple, a single, and an RBI. Kyle Hamner had an RBI single as well, as did Jalen Lawson for his first RBI with the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Lawson, who's playing in the game again today at second base for the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
He'll be batting second in the lineup. So it's great to see him.
So it's going to be a good day here at Jimmy John's Field.
Yes, it is. Like you said, it's SpongeBob Day here at the ballpark.
And I don't know about you, Dan, but SpongeBob was a lot of our childhoods growing up.
Yes, it was.
Canceled in recent years, though. I mean, it had a run for like 20 years.
And apparently they're bringing up new episodes now, but, I just stopped watching it, when we were really young. With all those good episodes. It's
not until you're older that you start realizing how many of the jokes are tailored towards adults as well.
Right.
But it's time for starting lineups here as the Beavers and the Mammoths get ready for first pitch, and I'll send it down the field for that.
from Pearland, Texas, number 3 designated hitter, Nick Buckner. Batting 8 from Montpelier, Virginia, number 1 shortstop, DJ Martinez. And batting 9 from New Hyde Park, number 13, second baseman, Thomas Rulis. And pitching from San Diego, California, number 9, right-hander, Randy Wynn. Hey, do we have any woolly mammoths in the crowd today? Let's hear it. Get on your feet and welcome, headed by Shane McCaddy. Leading off from Okina, Illinois, number 18, center fielder, Thomas Kiesel. Batting second from Troy, Alabama, number 18, center fielder, Jalen Lawson. Batting third from Tipton, Georgia, number 21, right fielder, Alex Evans. Batting fourth from Clio, Michigan, number 22, and playing first base today, Ethan Whisker. Batting fifth from Arlington, Virginia, number 25, left fielder, Sean Wood. Batting sixth from Santa Cruz, California, number 10, designated hitter, Joe Davis. From Vienna, Virginia, number 9, third baseman, Kent Blackstone. Batting 8th from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 4, catcher, Nick Krause. And batting 9th from Hamilton, Indiana, number 2, shortstop, Jeff Smith. And pitching for the Woolly Mammoths today from Richmond, Virginia, number 13, right-hander, Travis McQueen. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of God Bless America, performed today by Madeline Bell. Let's hear it for Madeline. Great job. And ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Remove your hats. Veterans and active military may keep your caps on while rendering the hand salute as we honor America and our military with the singing of our national anthem performed today by John McKenna from Macomb Christian Church.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaimed the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're still a few moments away from first pitch as Travis McQueen continues to warm up on the mound. And Dana, as we wait for first pitch, why don't you go through the starting lineups one more time for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers?
All right, here we go. Leading off, the right fielder, DeAndre Clark. Batting second, the center fielder, Brandon Raw. Batting third, the left fielder, Robert Pollard. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Christian Housel. Batting fifth, the catcher, Hunter Wood. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Dan Kennan. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Nicholas Buckner. Batting eighth, the shortstop, DJ Martinez. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Thomas Rulis. Defensively for the Woolly Mammoths this afternoon, out in left is Sean Wood. In center is Thomas Fiesel. In right is Alex Abbott. At third is Ken Blackstone. Over there at short is Jeff Smith. At second is Jalen Lawson. At first is Ethan Whisker. Catching behind the plate is Nick Kraus. And on the mound, once again this afternoon, is Travis McQueen.
Travis McQueen has been dynamite on the mound ever since he came into the starting role, and let's see if he can continue that here today. He did get roughed up in his closed game appearance the other day, but has been doing a great job in these public open games.
He's coming in this afternoon with an ERA of .352.
And that just speaks to how well he's been doing ever since coming into that starting rotation. So now it's time to start the ball game. As DeAndre Clark will step in. Clark, being a switch hitter, can be a valuable piece of that lineup for the Beavers. That's why he bats leadoff. He can hit from either side of the plate.
DeAndre Clark's hitting .297, has 47 hits and 15 RBIs.
Due to the frequency that most pitchers are right-handed, he usually bats left-handed. His first pitch to him is going to be a ball outside, 1-0, and the first pitch comes out 134. This ball game is underway.
DeAndre Clark tried to show a bunt there, but pulled back.
Swings on the next pitch, and he hits that into right field for a base hit.
Didn't take long. The Beavers get their first hit of the ball game.
So 2 pitches, 1 base hit for DeAndre Clark. So now Brandon Raw will step in here in the top of the first inning.
Brandon Raw came in tonight's afternoon's ball game, hitting .242, has 38 hits, 6 home runs, and 30 RBIs.
Be a ball outside. 1-0 now to Raw.
Raw went 1 for 4 in the ball game on Thursday night. Had a hit back in the third inning in that ball game.
That pitch is going to be outside. 2-0 now to Brandon Raw. Brandon Raw's got 30 RBIs in the season, and that's going to put him in the top 5 for RBI counts. That comes when that's combined between the 2 teams he's played for this season, the Unicorns and the Beavers. He's going to swing. Looks like he got a piece of that one. 2-1 as that one rolls foul. DeAndre Clark gets a decent lead down there at first base. He's a threat to steal, so keep an eye on him. Going to be a throw down to first basis. Travis McQueen must have heard my warning.
And DeAndre Clark was also caught stealing a couple times this season, but yeah, he has that stealing potential.
Brennan Raw at the plate right now is second in the league in RBIs. He's just one RBI behind Cam Stewart. McQueen sets on the mound. He delivers the pitch. Clark stealing second base. The throw in is not going to be in time, and Clark gets in cleanly. It's going to be a ball, however, to Brennan Raw, and that'll be a 3-1 count now.
DeAndre Clark showing the wheels early on the base pads.
It's going to be a ball low, and they're going to walk Brennan Raw. So DeAndre Clark stealing base is good and all, but he would have gotten it either way because Brennan Raw draws a walk. First pitch to Pollard is going to be a ball outside, 1-0.
And I picked Pollard as my player of the game this afternoon. He's hitting .333, has 15 hits, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is fly to left. And it's in. As both fielders in the outfield and left field collided, here comes DeAndre Clark. He will score. Raw will stand up into third. And the Beavers are on the board early here.
So Robert Pollard hits an RBI double.
Now, Brian, Jeff Smith, and you had the left fielder Sean Wood going after that baseball that was kind of a blooper. And they both collided.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of collisions. We saw one last night between Brett Balkin in short and the center fielder Tony Roselli. Good thing looks like Wood is okay out there in left.
But the Beavers will be on the board. DeAndre Clark scores.
Beaumont is the official medical provider for the USPBL.
So now it's going to be Christian Helsel who will stand in with Beavers having a 1-0 lead now in the top of the first inning. Still no outs. Runners at second and third. He's got a good opportunity here to get a couple more RBIs. Helsel's out to a hot start here at the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers this season.
Yes, he has 6 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs for them.
Be a ground ball towards the second baseman, Jalen Lawson. He has it. He'll make the toss on a third. But that'll be an RBI for Helsel as another run comes across home plate, making it a 2-0 game.
And that's just only the first out in this inning.
So now Hunter Wood will stand in with just the runner at third base and 1 out. Like you said, Dan, that was just the first out this inning, and it's already a 2-0 game in favor of the Beavers. Travis McQueen not getting the start he wants here in the top of the first inning.
You have Robert Power, who's over there at third right now in scoring position. Hunter Wood has a perfect chance to bring him in. He has 3 RBIs this season.
Ooh, big cut there at a fastball outside. Hunter Wood comes up empty, though, 0-1.
So a rough start here in the first for Travis McQueen.
Going to go back to the fastball outside. This time Hunter Wood holds up, and it's going to go 1-1. He's going to get a piece of that one, drive it through the right side, ground ball single. That's going to score another run. Hunter Wood with an RBI single here in the first inning is going to make it 3-0 Beavers.
There's 3 hits now for the Beavers this inning.
3 hits, 3 runs.
Hey.
They've been doing good work here. Wasting no time getting on the board. Dan, your pick for player of the game has got himself an RBI double. No. Steve's pick for player of the game. Dan Kennan will stand in, see if he can replicate that. Got a runner at first, though. Still 1 out here in the top of the first. He takes a big cut there at a first pitch breaking ball and comes up empty 0-1.
Cannon came into this afternoon's ball game hitting .254, has 32 hits and 9 RBIs of the season.
Yeah, he doesn't have much pop in his bat, but he hits well for contact. That's why he's batting 6th in the lineup. 1-1 now after he took a ball. Hunter with a small lead at first base. That pitch is going to be taken for a strike on the outer third of the plate.
Now Hunter Woods, the catcher, it's not a threat to steal, but you never know.
He hit that one high in the air. The shortstop, Jeff Smith, is going to get it. Didn't have to range far from his position, and that'll be the second out here in the top of the first.
He also was battling the sun there, catching that fly ball.
Now the DH, Nick Buckner, will stand in. Now Buckner's fallen in the lineup. He used to bat cleanup for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, right behind Nick Wilson.
He's hitting .236, has 30 hits, a home run, and 8 RBIs.
Be a ground ball towards the second baseman, Lawson. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So the top of the first is now finished, and the Beavers have a 3-0 lead thanks to RBI from Poller, Wood, and Helsel. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning where the Mammoths look to retaliate with Randy Wynn on the mound for the Beavers. It's going to be Fiesel, Lawson, and Abbott to lead things off for them. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Jimmy John's Field. It's a 3-0 lead for the Beavers as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Dan, why don't you go through the starting lineup for the Westside Woolly Mammoths as we wait for the first pitch from Randy Wynn.
All right, here we go. Leading off, the center fielder, Thomas Fiesel. Batting second, the second baseman, Jalen Lawson. Batting third, the right fielder, Alex Abbott. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ethan Whisker. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Sean Wood. Batting sixth, DH, Joe Davis. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Kent Blackstone. Batting eighth, the catcher, Nick Kraus. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jeff Smith. Defensively for the Beavers this afternoon, out in left is Robert Poller. In center is Brandon Raw. In right is DeNandre Clark. At third is Dan Kennan. Over at short is DJ Martinez. At second is Thomas Rulis. At first is Christian Haussel. Doing the catching behind the plate is Hunter Wood. And on the mound once again this afternoon for the Beavers is Randy Wynn.
Randy Wynn looking to have a bounce-back outing. Was roughed up last time out. 4 1/3 inning pitch with 4 earned runs. He's got an ERA at 4.63, so he's going to have a good outing here to try to get that down. First pitch of Tommy Feasel is going to be taken for a strike 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be a fastball low for a ball 1-1. He's going to drive that one deep to right field, but it's going to be hooking foul. 1-2 now on Feasel.
Randy Wynn looks to have a better first outing than Travis McQueen did here in the top half of the first inning.
He's going to hit that one right back up the middle for a base hit, and just like the Beavers in the top half of the inning, the Mammoths lead things off with a base hit.
And Thomas Feasel has done a great job at that leadoff position.
Yeah, he started off as a development player this year, and since breaking into the lineup, he's been an everyday player. He's batting over 300. He's done a fantastic job, and that's just, I mean, that also speaks to the development system here in this league. Players are able to break in, and they do well. So Jalen Lawson will stand in.
We've seen him for the first time on Friday night. He also had a RBI in that ball game. His first of the season. And of his career.
So now Feasel down there at first base and Lawson standing in. He's going to ground that one right to Helsel at first. They'll get the runner at second base. And the throw to first is going to be in time.
Wow.
And they're going to turn the double play. The throw in a second was apparently not in time, and it is not going to be a double play. As both me and the PA announcer trip up on that. Looked like the throw was in time. Must have pulled him off the bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I thought it was a perfect turn, too.
Normally they give it to you if you're in the proximity of the bag, just because, you know, that's common courtesy thing, so you don't get your ankle broken by the runner sliding in, but they're going to say he's safe down there at second base.
And how about Christian Hossa over there at first, getting the baseball, throwing down to second, and then covering the bag?
Yeah, he did a good job there. But Feasel will be safe at second nonetheless. So now Alex Abbott will stand in. He's got a runner in scoring position, and the Mammoths look to cut this lead down for the Beavers. Tried to go to a curveball there. That one's going to stay way outside, 1-0.
Alex Abbott's hitting .292, has 35 hits, 7 home runs, and 24 RBIs of the season.
See if he can get his 8th home run of the season to tie the lead league. The lead league is shared by Mencken and Stewart of the Hoppers at 8 home runs. Technically, Jelekowski does have it still.
Yep.
He's sitting at 9, but hopefully he'll get passed up at some point. Jelekowski having signed with the Minnesota Twins organization earlier this year. As that's going to be another ball outside, 2-1.
Wasn't it John Mencken could have tied it last night?
Yeah, John Mencken could have taken that lead
yeah.
in active leaders and tied Jelekowski at 9, but Tony Roselli robbed him of a home run climbing that center field wall.
Roselli had himself a night last night.
Yeah, he had a grand slam as well. He was just on fire yesterday. The 2-1 pitch is going to come in. Ooh.
Almost hit Abbott.
Abbott having to quickly shuffle his feet out of the way. It's going to be 3-1 on him. Three-one pitch coming in. He's going to hit that one to the second baseman. Rule sounded like he broke his bat on the play, and that's going to be the second out here in the bottom of the first.
But he does move the runner over to third. And that's Thomas Feasel.
So that'll put the runner at third for Ethan Whisker. Back on Friday when the Mammoths played last, Ethan Whisker had himself quite a night, Dan.
Yeah, he went 2 for 3 and also had an RBI.
He had a triple as well. Wasn't able to come around to score, however. Gonna fan on the first pitch there, 0-1. Looked like he was picked off at third base.
Yep. And that was on that triple. Started coming home and then was thrown out.
He's going to be fouled off, so the count's going to fall to 0-2. He's going to drive that one high in the air towards right field. On the run is Clark. He's going to go on the warning track to make the catch. Ethan Whisker got a lot on that one,
Yes,
but
he did.
it died off on the warning track. So we're going to go to the top of the second inning where the Beavers still lead it 3-0. When we come back, due up for the Beavers is going to be the bottom of their lineup, DJ Martinez, Thomas Rulis, and then their leadoff hitter, Denandre Clark, or the hitter in the number 1 spot, I should say. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention towards home plate. We are proud to introduce Jeff and Chelsea. And Jeff and Chelsea have been blessed and are expecting an addition to their family. And with the help of Diamond Hoppers Casey Chenoweth, we are about to find out whether their bundle of joy is going to be a boy or a girl.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the second inning. We're due up to lead things off as DJ Martinez as we wait for some fans to filter up the field. There was a group picture.
Now, McQueen in the first inning was hit up a little bit by the Beavers lineup.
Yeah, it was the Beavers who did the damage first. Rob Poller with a double, Hunter Wood with a single, and then a ground out for an RBI for Christian Household drove in runs, making it 3-0. The first pitch by Martinez is fouled off, 0-1.
But McQueen has adjusted very well at the starting row now in the Mammoths lineup.
As that pitch is going to be outside and low, 1-1.
We see him at the beginning of the season coming in out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's made now 4 consecutive starts as a starting pitcher. Every time we've seen him, he's done well, although he was roughed up in a closed game this week. So that's going to be a ball high in the air, out of play, 1-2.
He was roughed up a little bit here in this ball game in the first.
Still a lot of game left to be played. He could bounce back this inning. So 1-2 comes in, swing and a miss there, and he gets DJ Martinez swinging for his first strikeout today. That's going to bring up Thomas Rulis.
It's very odd to see him at the bottom of the lineup.
Well, he's like a second leadoff hitter for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. He's batting .348, which is the league right now. League lead.
You're going to have trouble saying that again today?
Yeah, league lead. I keep saying league for some reason.
Don't worry, we had a long night last night.
So they got Thomas Rulis, who's leading the league in batting average. Then they have Brandon Raw, who's second in the league in RBIs. Of course, he got about half of those with the Unicorns. See, 1-0 pitch hit right back up the middle. McQueen had to get out of the way of that one. It's going to be a base hit. So Rulis continues to bring that average up with a base hit there. And now that'll bring up DeAndre Clark.
He wasted no time of getting his first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, just 2 pitches. Then he stole second as well.
And able to came around and scored as well.
Beavers doing a good job of finding the gaps in the infield here to hit ground balls through. Breaking for second base is Thomas Rulis, but it's going to be a foul ball, so he'll have to retreat. 0-1.
Looked like a hit and run situation there.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Be a ball low, 1-1 now to DeAndre Clark.
McQueen took some time to pitch that as he's looking at DeAndre Clark over there at first.
Thomas Rulis down there at first base has got some speed on the base paths. Yeah. DeAndre Clark's up to bat right now. Another throw in. Rulis gets it back in safely. Like I was saying, it is a little bit strange to see him batting at the 9 hole, but they're using him basically as a second leadoff hitter. As that's going to be a ball outside, 2-1 now. As you could see, he came in here and he had a base hit to lead things off. Because they got DeAndre Clark and Brandon Raw in that 1 and 2 spot. Raw's got a little bit of pop in that bat as well. He's been known to hit an occasional home run. So it's going to be a ball outside, or I'm sorry, a foul ball hit to the left side. 2-2. Brandon Raw's got 6 on the season. 3 with the Unicorns, 3 with the Beavers. Clark reaches here. You'll see Brandon Raw up the bat.
Yeah, Waugh rocked his first time up.
He's going to hit that one deep to left field. Actually, not as deep as I initially thought, but Wood has it out there in left, and that's going to be the second out here in the top of the second inning. Off the bat, I thought it was going deeper than it was, but it ended up about halfway out there in outfield.
Yeah, the way the baseball came off that, sounded off that bat.
But Brandon Raw will step in.
Once again, he walked his first time up.
Came around to score thanks to the RBI double from Robert Poller. I'm sorry, the ground out RBI by Christian Helsel is when he came around to score. First pitch to Raw is a strike, 0-1.
Coming to this afternoon's ballgame, hitting .242.
Breaking for second base is Thomas Rulis. Again, the ball is fouled off. Looked like a hit and run situation there.
Yeah, that's the second time. Rulis has to retreat back.
0-2 on Raw. McQueen readies himself on the mound and delivers the pitch. It's going to be a fastball outside for a ball, 1-2.
Fans still making their way into this ballpark for this afternoon's ball game.
1-2 pitch, skied fouled on the right side.
It's a beautiful afternoon here. Seeing nothing but blue skies.
Breaking for second again is Thomas Rulis. And he'll get in there without a throw as Cross behind the plate drops the baseball. So Thomas Rulis with a stolen base here. Beavers showing off their quick legs on the base paths. Now have 2 stolen bases in these 2 innings.
Yeah, first was DeAndre Clark.
Now Brandon Raw can tie the league lead in RBIs. As I keep struggling with that one. If he can bring home Rulis, he's going to swing early on that one and drive it foul on the third base side. Just barely getting a piece of that curveball there from Travis McQueen. Count's going to fall even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base as the 2-2 comes in. He's going to drive that one towards the shortstop, Smith. Smith has it. And the throw in is going to be off the base paths, but Whisker will apply the tag. And that's going to end the threat. Beavers get a runner on second base, but will strand him there. So we go to the bottom of the second inning with the Beavers still up 3-0. Due up for the Mammoths is going to be Sean Wood, Joe Davis, and Kent Blackstone. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half, the second inning, where Sean Wood will be due up to lead things off.
He's your pick for player of the game this afternoon, Brian.
Yeah, he's only batting .089 right now. Really having some troubles at the plate, but just a gut feeling of mine that he might do well today. Don't really have anything to go on that basis.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that pick. Never know what can happen.
So the first pitch comes in. He'll take for a strike. 90-mile-an-hour fastball right over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Take a cut there at a changeup from Randy Wynn and miss.
How Randy Wynn gave up a hit back in the first, and that was Thomas Fiesel, but was able to get out of it as well without any damage.
And they're going to get Sean Wood looking there as on
You couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he swings on the first pitch and then takes on the first pitch, swings at the second and takes on the third and strikes out looking. So Joe Davis will step in. Put that one high in the air. Pop it up as Helsel from the first base side will make the catch. Didn't really have to move much from where he was stationed.
Quick start for Randy Wynn here in this inning.
Yeah, but even with 2 outs, anything can happen.
Yes.
So Kent Blackstone will stand in. Kent Blackstone for a while was on a huge tear.
Oh, yes, he was. I mean, we didn't know when he was going to stop.
He was leading the league in RBIs for a while.
Yeah,
he's at 28 right now.
Yeah, he's hitting 235. 28 hits, and like you said, 28 RBIs and 2 home runs.
He's going to take for a strike on the outer edge, 0-1. Good change up there from Randy Wynn. It's going to be a ground ball towards the first baseman, Helsel, again. He'll have it and tag it himself. And so that 1-2-3 inning for Randy Wynn. Doesn't take him long at all.
No, it didn't.
If my count is right, took him 5 pitches.
Wow. He's cruising.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go to the top of the third inning. We're due up for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. This is going to be Robert Poller, Christian Helsel, and Hunter Wood. Back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mask on here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the third inning now, where Robert Poller just lead it off, and he drives that one to right field. On the run is Abbott, and he's going to watch that one go, as that's a solo shot on the first pitch Robert Poller sees.
I'm glad I picked him as my player of the game this afternoon, Brian.
Yeah, he's got himself 2 RBIs now to lead things off. And it's a 4-0 lead as Robert Poller puts a charge into that one.
All Alex Abbott could do is just watch it go over. That was the first pitch he saw, wasn't it?
That was.
Wow.
So now Christian Helsel will step in. Helsel grounded out into an RBI his last time up. First pitch he's going to see, he's going to ground right back to the mound. And it's going to be a 1-3 put out there. Got a piece of that one, hit it straight down, and then it rolled forward. And McQueen had to come basically to the home plate to get that one. Make the toss down to Whisker, and that's all she wrote on that one. 2 pitches.
But I bet McQueen wished he could have that first pitch back that he threw to Poller.
Yeah, 2 pitches this inning. The first one was a solo shot, and the second one was a ground out. So Hunter Wood will step in now. 1 out. Team up to a 4-0 lead now. Just going to get a piece of that one. Fouling it off. 0-1.
Hunter Wood also had an RBI.
There'll be a ball outside, 1-1.
In his first appearance.
You hit for a base hit. Scored 1 more run. That runner was Robert Poller. Ooh, he's going to try and hold up there, but he's going to go around and be 1-2. McQueen with the curveball there. That one low for a ball. 2-2. Well, he's going to drive that one towards right field. That's going to be a base hit.
That's the second hit.
And they just keep hitting up Travis McQueen here in this ball game. That is already the 6th hit for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, and it's only the 3rd inning.
Dan Kennon's 0 for 1. Flew out to the shortstop, Jeff Smith.
It's going to take for a first pitch strike. Travis McQueen going with the breaking ball there. He's got a runner at first base in Hunter Wood right now. Wood not getting much of a lead down there at first base. Be a ball low and away, 1-1. Wood doesn't have a whole lot of speed on the base paths. It'd be a strange occurrence to see him try and steal, but I've eaten those words before.
Gotta stop doing that to yourself.
Another nice curveball there from Travis McQueen. That one comes back over the plate, but it'll be called a ball 2-1. It was a little bit low. Be a ball high. 3-1 now to Dan Cannon. Breaking for second base is Hunter Wood. A hit and run situation. It's going to be a base hit to left field. Hunter Wood's going to stop at second, however. So now Nick Buckner will stand in with runners at first and second. His team up to a 4-0 lead with only 1 out here in the top of the third.
Little meeting between Jeff Smith and the catcher,
Nick Krause.
And here comes
Shane
Shane
McCaddy.
McCaddy.
See some bullpen arms heading out to the bullpen.
Yeah, heading out there early.
McQueen's not doing so hot in today's start. giving up already 4 earned runs. Robert Pollard with 2 of them, an RBI double and then a solo shot in this inning. Christian Helsel had grounded out for an RBI and then an RBI base hit for Hunter Wood. He's given up 7 hits already in this ball game.
And it's been a little rough start here for McQueen. See if he can try to get himself out of this.
So the first pitch is going to be skied high in the air in a foul territory. Blackstone thought about chasing after that one, but it ran out of play. 0-1.
Nick Buckner's 0 for 1. Ground out to the second baseman, Jim Lawson. His last appearance.
Another foul ball on the left side. It's going to run into the netting, so it's be a dead ball, 0-2. Buckner comes in here with a runner in scoring position, Dan. See if he can't extend the lead for the Beavers even further.
Yeah, he's 8 RBIs this season. Could possibly make it 9.
Oh, 2 pitch. Did he hold up? They're going to say he didn't, so he strikes out swinging here.
He couldn't believe himself either. He thought he held up.
He tried at least, but no dice on that one. And now DJ Martinez will step in. It's going to be McQueen's second strikeout in today's ball game. Martinez was the first strikeout in today's ball game for McQueen.
Yep. And that was in the second.
First pitch of Martinez is in. Again, he couldn't hold back, and it'll be a strike 1. Another swing there at a curveball, 0-2. He's been getting people swinging early on those curveballs in today's ball game. He's been relying on it pretty heavily
I
here.
wonder if he's going to go to that pitch again. But I feel he's going to mix it up.
He's going to go high with a fastball, but he's going to miss. He's been getting hit up a lot with that fastball, which is probably why he's a little bit cautious about going to it. Runners at first and second right now with 2 outs.
Martinez barely getting a piece of it to stay alive.
Went back to the curveball that time.
You got Martinez to swing early. Look there.
He's going to drive that one towards left field. On the run is going to be Wood, and he's going to make the catch on the run. Athletic play there
Had a lot
by
of ground
Sean
cover
Wood.
to get that one, though.
It was a hard hit ball by DJ Martinez, but that's going to be the final out here in the top of the third inning. So we go to the bottom of the third, where due up for the Mammoths is going to be Nick Krause, Smith, and Fiesel. The Beavers are going to have, the Mammoths are going to have an even bigger lead to try and come back from, or deficit, after that solo shot from Robert Pollard. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Nick Kraus set off to lead things off here.
This is his first plate appearance this afternoon.
Yeah, Randy Wynn came out in the second inning and went 1-2-3. He had a phenomenal second inning.
Yeah, he got Sean Wood to strike out. And he got Davis to fly out and then ground out for Blackstone.
Yeah, just 5 pitches thrown in that inning. It was really impressive. See if Nick Kraus can change things up here.
Nick Kraus coming in this afternoon's ball game hitting 200 right on the dot. Has 7 hits and 3 RBIs.
The first pitch comes in. That's going to be a strike on the outer third of the plate, 0-1. One thing I've noticed, Dan, is that usually the most effective pitchers in this league aren't the ones who have fastballs that get up to 95, 96. They're the ones who have lots of different pitches that they mix well with location and velocity.
Like
0-2.
Randy Wynn.
Jeremy Holcomb's an even better example to use, as is players like Randy Dobnik and Jake Welch. Dobnik signed with the Twins organization as well. Lots of them signed in that same week.
Yeah.
0-2, swung on a miss. Chased a slider outside.
You had Martin. Then you also had Jelekowski and Dominic.
So Jeff Smith will stand in. Last time out, where the Westside Woolly Mammoths played on Friday, he went 1 for 3. Got thrown out trying to steal, however. It's going to take for a first pitch strike, 0-1. Take a big rip there and come up empty, 0-2.
Great location from Randy Wynn right there.
Yeah,
The inside.
Went with the off-speed pitch right over the heart of the plate. Here comes the pitch from Wynn. It's going to be a flare out to right field. That'll be a base hit for Jeff Smith. So now with 1 on and 1 out, it's going to be Tommy Fiesel up the bat.
He had a hit his last time up. And then reached safely at second. And that we thought it was a double play. But was it able to get in there?
Be taken called for a strike, 0-1.
He's done a great job at that leadoff position for the Mammoths.
Yeah, we were mentioning about how he was a developmental player early in the season and broke into the starting lineup eventually. So he takes a big cut there. I'm going to say he foul tipped that one, 0-2. Breaking for second base was Jeff Smith because he thought it was a drop pitch. Randy Wynn, part of what's making him so effective today is that in 27 pitches so far, he's thrown 23 strikes. He's just being very aggressive at attacking that strike zone, as well as mixing up pitches and locations. Be a fly ball towards right field. First baseman Helsel in foul territory is going to be called off by the right fielder Clark, who was able to get there in time.
And Denandra Kirk had a long run to get to that one.
Luckily, Clark's very fast, so
Yeah.
he's able to cover that ground in what felt like no time at all. And so now I'll bring up Jalen Lawson with a runner at first base and 2 outs here. His team's down by 4 runs. They had a runner in scoring position in the first inning, but couldn't bring him around to score, and it's the only runner they've had in scoring position all game today. First pitch comes in. He's going to foul that one in the netting behind home plate, 0-1. Fastball there from Wynn, misses inside, 1-1.
Jalen Lawson had an RBI in the game on Friday with an RBI single.
Be another strike there, 1-2.
And I think he got that on the second pitch he saw from Holcomb.
going for second base as Jeff Smith looked like a hit-and-run situation there. Fouled off, though, 1-2. Just to give you an idea of how effective Randy Wynn's been on the mound so far today, Dan, he's only pitched to one batter and not gotten a first pitch strike.
And who was that batter?
I don't know. I was just looking at the stat sheet. Let me find that for you real quick, and it'll be Alex Abbott.
There you go. Hey, got him to ground out.
Third on to first base and is not going to be in time. As sliding in there successfully is Jeff Smith. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first base for Jalen Lawson. Comes the pitch. Be a ball outside. He held up. 2-2 now. Count falls even. Beautiful day here at the ballpark, isn't it, Dan?
Yes, it is. Nothing but blue skies I'm seeing.
See, 2-2 comes in. Breaking for second is Jeff Smith. Again, fouled off by Lawson.
Definitely one of the better days this weekend.
Yeah, the last 2 days have had intermittent rain showers.
A lot of kids here at the ballpark, of course. And, of course, it's SpongeBob Day here.
Maybe, I don't know if that had an effect
No.
on whether or not these kids
Probably
are going to
not.
coming out.
I mean, it's always great to come out to a ball game on a Sunday afternoon.
Randy Wynn just stares down at first base, and that's enough to make Jeff Smith go tag up. Wynn decides on a pitch and readies on himself on the mound, and here comes the pitch. It's going to be a ball high, and the throw down to second base, not going to be in time. Jeff Smith gets in safely. So a stolen base now for Jeff Smith. As the throw in from Wood took an odd bounce before getting to Martinez, who was covering. And that'll be a full count now on Jalen Lawson.
That is his third stolen base this afternoon. Of course, Jeff Smith right there, but 2 came from the Beavers, from DeAndre Clark and Thomas Rulis.
So we fouled off again by Lawson, getting a piece of that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So it'll remain a full count now. Lawson's going to call for time.
Also gives Randy Wynn some time to select the pitch that he wants to go to. Try to get Lawson.
Smith with a comfortable lead out there at second base. The 3-2 pitch comes in. Going to foul another one off. Lawson not going down without a fight here.
No, he's not. We've seen a long at-bat between Mencken last night. But the longest outing we've seen from Ricky Castro with 19 pitches.
At least that we've kept tally of.
Yeah.
Last night it felt like every single batter was doing that.
Yeah, we were both tired.
4-hour baseball game last night, a 10-2 victory for the Unicorns over the Hoppers. 3-2 pitch comes in. That one's going to be a ball low, and he's going to end up walking Lawson, who ends up winning the at-bat.
That's Wynn's first walk batter this afternoon.
So now Alex Abbott, who is the only batter in today's ballgame that hasn't been given a first pitch strike from Randy Wynn, will step in. Got runners at first and second here. See if he can get the man that's on the board.
He ground out to the second baseman, Thomas Rulis, in that appearance.
So, ooh, big cut there by Abbott as he comes up emptied there on a slider from Randy Wynn.
No one really holding on Lawson over there at first, so obviously he's getting a huge lead out there.
Oh, one pitch comes in. Going to go to a ball low that time, 1-1. 1-1 pitch comes in. That's going to be ball way outside. 2-1.
Ethan Whiskers over there on deck. He flew out his first appearance.
Runners at first and second here. Bottom of the third inning. Be a fly ball towards left center, very shallow. Ooh, and DJ Martinez lost in the sun and tried to shield his eyes and ended up hitting him.
It looked like it was in his glove, but just came right out. Couldn't close it.
And that's going to be an error for DJ Martinez. That'll score a run, so the Mammoths get on the board here. That'll put it, runners at first and second still for Ethan Whisker. DJ Martinez is actually a very solid shortstop, but lost it in the sun there and just tried to shield his eyes and ended up hitting him. As the first pitch comes in, and that's going to be a ball inside, 1-0. With a fastball there. Win wet readies himself on the mound. 1-0, going to be fouled in the netting behind home plate. Tried to go with a curveball there. Whisker was able to get a piece of it, however. Another curveball there from Randy Wynn. That's going to miss outside. 2-1. One's going to be driven foul way over there, as that one's going to hit the pizza truck out in the concourse in right field. Saw it bounce off the hood.
Looks like Hungry Howie's pizza truck.
Come to Jimmy John's Field, get some pizza.
Of course, we had pizza before the ball game.
It's going to be skied towards right field, not very deep, though, as Helzel, just onto the outfield grass, will make the catch, and that's going to be the end of the inning. Mammoths, however, do score one run on the error from DJ Martinez.
Yes, he lost it in the sun.
So it's going to be a 4-1 ball game now because of that, and we go to the top of the fourth inning where due up for the Beavers is going to be their number 9 hitter, Thomas Rulis. Following him will be DeAndre Clark and Brandon Rawl. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Hey, it's Matt Derry out here in right field in front of the merchandising tent and the trailer. We're having a blast. Get your USPBL gear right here. We've got 24 different kind of hats. We've got jerseys, pennants, foam figures. This Westside Woolly Mammoths jersey is straight fire. You've got to get these jerseys, these hats, everything out here in right field. And, of course, the merchandising area behind home plate in the grandstand. Check it out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the fourth inning, where Thomas Rulis is going to be due up. So 4-1 lead now for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers after Westside Woolly Mammoths got one back in the bottom half of the third.
Yeah, DJ Martinez was battling the sun, and he didn't win the battle. So
yeah, the sun won that battle, and the baseball hit him out there in shallow left field. Allowed a run to score. Rules already has a base hit today.
Also a stolen base as well.
Yeah, first pitch curveball there. That does a good job coming back over the plate. 0-1.
And like you're saying, he's like the second leadoff batter in the Beavers lineup.
Fouls
at the
that
ninth
one
hole.
off. 0-2. Yeah, he does a solid job. I mean, he leads the league for a reason in batting average.
Yeah, he's hitting 348.
Although that leaguing average has changed several times, as that's going to be another ground ball foul. Count will remain at 0-2. It's gone between, I know that DeAndre Clark held it, Ricky Castro held it, Brett Balkin held it. Most recently, Cam Stewart and John Minkin were fighting for it. They're still in the race.
And so is Ruiz.
But Ruiz is the one who has it now. He's going to hit that one towards center field on the move as Fiesels. That's going to drop
There
in front
it
of
is.
him.
Second hit of the ball game for him.
As he just continues to roll, Dan.
Yes, he does.
It's going to be a leadoff walk here for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers in the top half of this fourth inning. They've only had one inning where they haven't allowed a leadoff walk. I'm sorry, a leadoff base runner.
That is now 8 hits McQueen has given up in this ball game.
First pitch to DeAndre Clark is fouled off 0-1. Third on the first base will be in time, or not be in time as Ruiz gets in safely.
He already has a stolen base, so you can bet McQueen will be keeping a close eye on him.
Be a ball outside, 1-1. Breaking for second base is Ruiz, a hit-and-run situation. He'll get in the second safely, but the throw in the first will be in time, getting DeAndre Clark out. So productive out there as he moves the runner Thomas Ruiz up. Puts him in scoring position as the Beavers look to extend their lead here.
Brandon Ross technically 0 for 1 this afternoon. Walked his first time and then ground out to the shortstop, Jeff Smith. His last appearance.
First pitch can be hit towards the gap in right center field. On the run is Abbott. He's not going to get there in time, trying to make a leaping catch. That's going to roll to the wall. That's going to be an RBI double for Brandon Raw here.
Now a 5-1 ball game.
He now ties the lead league in RBIs with that double. And then the Beavers wasting no time getting that run back they lost in the bottom half of the third.
No, they're definitely hitting up McQueen this afternoon.
That's for sure.
That's 9 hits now of the ball game.
McQueen now having the best outing in today's ball game. He got roughed up last time out as well.
Here's Robert Pollard, my pick for player of the game. He's done great this afternoon.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He has
RBI double
yeah.
in that solo shot.
Yep. 2 RBIs.
So 0-1 now on Pollard as the pitcher McQueen comes in. Be a ball outside, 1-1.
Came into the ball game this afternoon hitting 333, and of course that's going to be going up.
Ooh, big cut there at a curveball. 1-2 though as he comes up empty. Alex Abbott made a last-second desperation leap to try and grab that one, but it went over his head and rolled to the wall. So Brennan Raw gets on with an RBI double, and he sits there at second base. Rob Pollard has an opportunity here, Dan, for his third RBI of the game as he drives that one high in the air towards right field. A little bit too high up, though, as Abbott will get underneath it to make the catch, and Brennan Raw will retreat back to second base. So He won't go 3 for 3 today, but
No.
2 for 3 is already pretty
Unfortunately,
impressive.
Yeah.
So now the first baseman, Christian Helsel, will step in.
He grounded out right back to the mound in his last plate appearance. But
Okay.
he also have an RBI in his ball game.
Yep, he's 0 for 2 with that RBI. In the first inning, he grounded to the second baseman, Lawson. That allowed a run to score. First pitch is going to be way outside. 1-0 to Helsel. One ball, no strikes. Runner on second base. Beavers out to a 5-1 lead already, as we're still in the first half of this ball game. As their bats have been active today.
Yeah,
It's going to be the first strike there on that curveball.
They have 9 hits. Well, Mammoths only have 2.
Yeah, they have at least 1 hit per inning now. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and already 2 here as that one's hit way in the air. The
Gonna be
center
hard.
fielder, Fiesel.
Oh!
Ooh, a collision out there as the shortstop and the second baseman collide out in center field. And Smith, the shortstop, seems a little bit roughed up. As that's 2 collisions now for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Fiesel out in center field should have had that one, but he slipped out there trying to get to it, so that made it up to Smith and Lawson. Smith is
Still down.
still down crouching there. The Beaumont doctors come rushing out. As does Shane McCaddy.
That's just a second collision this afternoon between the Mammoths defense.
Jeff Smith's on his feet now. It looks like he's still trying to catch his breath. Hopefully all it did was knock the air out of him.
That first collision came back in the first when Robert Power had that bloop double.
Lawson's still on one knee down there. Smith's up and moving around. He looks like he's okay. And Lawson rises now as well.
Yeah, that was a nasty collision there.
Yeah, there's a spot out in the center field that's getting a little bit worn out because of, well, they play on it 6 days a week. There's only so much you can do. And Fiesel slipped out there. That caused Lawson and Smith to try and have to fight for that one. Neither of them called off the other and they ended up colliding.
Now, Fiesel was playing a little bit deep, but he started coming in, stopped, and then came. It was literally looking, it should have been his baseball.
It looks like it's going to be written down as a RBI double for Christian Helsel. So that's his second RBI today, and Hunter Wood will step in now. And the first pitch to Wood is going to be hit towards center field. Fiesel this time looks like he has it. He'll make the catch, and that's going to end the top of the 4th inning. However, the Beavers get 2 more this inning and make it a 6-1 lead. We go to the bottom half of the 4th, where due up for the Mammoths is going to be Sean Wood, Joe Davis, and Kent Blackstone. Those are your 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Mammoths lineup. Back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Sean Wood set to here. Restart. Set here to lead things off.
He's 0 for 1.
Yeah.
Struck out.
Just took 3 pitches.
Yeah.
Took for a first pitch strike, swung at the second pitch, and then took for a third pitch strike. As the first pitch there is going to be swung on and missed, 0-1. He's going to swing at another one, another fastball, 0-2. He's just not squaring up good with the ball here. He's going to foul that one off. So he makes contact that time. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. A 2 pitch comes in. That's going to be a ball inside, 1-2. Randy Wynn noticing that Sean Wood likes to swing on those fastballs. Has been doing pretty much exclusively fastballs to him now.
See if he goes with that again.
He does not, and it gets hit up the middle for a base hit. He left a off-speed pitch over the heart of the plate, and Sean Wood squared up to that one nicely. Now Joe Davis will stand in.
He flew out to the second baseman, Thomas Rulis. His first plate appearance.
It's going to be a ball inside, 1-0 to Davis. Be a ground ball back towards the mound. Randy Wynn has it. Oh, he's going to bobble it, so his only play is going to be at first base. He will get the out there, though. His head was moving faster than his hands there. He's already looking at second base and forgot to get a firm grasp on that baseball.
For some reason, that's always a trick there, try to get it when the baseball's slow roller like that.
Well, I think what happened was he was already thinking about getting the out at second to try and turn the double play, and he didn't wait until he actually had the ball in his hand and caused him to bobble it. But he was still able to get the runner at first base, so that we were able to record 1 out. That's going to be a fastball inside. Kent Blackstone bends backwards out of the way of that one, 1-0. Mammoths have a runner in scoring position here as they look to get a run back here. 1-0 pitch going to be outside. 2-0 now. Wynn sets himself on the mound, delivers the pitch. It's going to be a fastball in the outer third of the plate, 2-1. He's going to hit that one high in the air, behind home plate and out of play. Count's going to fall to 2-2 now. Kent Blackstone with an opportunity here to put himself in a good position. He comes in today with 3rd in the league in RBIs.
Batting average of .235.
Ooh, he's going to drive that one to right field. On the run is Clark, and he will not make it, trying to leap at the warning track. It's going to roll to the wall. That's going to be an RBI for Kent Blackstone as rounding third base, and coming to score is Sean Wood. So Kent Blackstone with his 29th RBI of the season.
Now a 6-2 ball game.
That's going to be the first earned run for Wynn today, as the first run to score for the Mammoths was unearned due to the error. And with 1 out, there's a runner at second still. Krause has himself a chance to get his first hit and an RBI. He's only got 3 on the season. He's going to foul the first pitch off. Back into the netting, 0-1.
He struck out his first plate appearance.
He's going to fly that one down the right side, out of play. Be 0-2 now on Kraus. Yeah, it just took 3 pitches for Nick Kraus to strike out in the last at-bat. Struck out swinging. Murray digs in on the mound. Delivers the pitch. 0-2 is going to be fastball inside. 1-2 now. He's going to fly that one in foul territory in the right side. Helsel coming in will make the sliding grab.
Great job from him. Getting over and get that baseball. A sliding attempt.
Came running all the way to the warning track towards the Beavers dugout. Slid on the warning track to make the catch. It was pretty little play there. So now Jeff Smith, who had a base hit his first time up, will stand in.
Also, a stolen base as well.
Yeah, ended up coming around to score thanks to that error out in center, or I'm sorry, and shortstop when DJ Martinez got hit with that baseball. He's going to take a rip there at a curveball. 0-1 though. Kind of went down low for that one, chasing it. One pitch comes in. The curveball there from Randy Wynn actually looked like a slider that time. 0-2. He's going to take a big rip there, and he's going to come up empty. So that's going to do it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. After 4 innings of play, it's a 6-2 ball game in favor of the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, and when we come back, it's going to be them up to bat. Dan Kennan, Nick Buckner, and DJ Martinez will be the first 3 batters we face in the top of the 5th inning, so we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention towards home plate. We are proud to introduce Jeff and Chelsea, and Jeff and Chelsea have been blessed and are expecting an addition to their family. And with the help of Diamond Hoppers Casey Chenoweth, we are about to find out whether their bundle of joy is going to be a boy or a girl.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 5th inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here on the call. It's the Beavers 6 and the Mammoths 2 right now. Dan Cannon set to lead things off.
Yeah, Dan Kennan this afternoon does have a hit. 1 for 2.
It's going to be a first pitch ball, 1-0.
But McQueen's been hit up just a little bit. Banged up, I should say.
Yeah, a little bit's understatement. Giving up 10 hits already in this ballgame. 6 earned runs. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1 now.
Now, 2 of those runs from the Beavers came off of collisions from the defense on the Woolly Mammoths.
They wrote them down as hits, though, not errors. So they will count as earned runs against McQueen. 2-1 now on Kennan.
Yeah. Jane Lawson and Jeff Smith and colliding with each other, and then on that bloop single earlier in the ball game.
Ooh, big swing and a miss there from Kennan on that fastball down low. 2-2.
You had Smith and Brackstone colliding with each other.
Yeah.
And that Pollard's bloop single back in the first.
2 scary collisions, but the players seem to be okay. Be a ball high, 3-2, full count now on Dan Kennan. Some action down there in the Westside Woolly Mammoths bullpen right now, Dan. Looks like we got a righty up and throwing, as that's going to be a ground ball towards Smith that's short. He's got it, and we'll make the throw down to first.
Yes, it looked like the right-hander Ronel Perez getting loose.
So now the DH, Nick Buckner, will stand in.
He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Ground out and struck out.
Well, he's going to drive that one to right field. Not as deeply as it sounded coming off the bat, as Abbott will just take a couple steps in.
That's the second time this afternoon we heard the baseball come off the bat with loud sounds, but unable to.
Buckner took a hard swing, and coming off the bat, it looked like it had a lot of power, but not a good angle on that trajectory, as Abbott was able to make the catch in right field.
Now, we did see one home run in this ballgame. That came from Robert Pollard back in the third.
It was a solo shot, his second RBI of the game, though, as Martinez stands in, takes for a ball on the first pitch, 1-0. Slider there from Travis McQueen that just barely catches the inside of the strike zone. 1-1. Be a ground ball on the first base line, but it's going to bounce foul. 1-2.
If McQueen's able to get Martinez here, it would be a great bounce back inning for him.
Yeah, he's going to need one in a bad way as he gets
did.
TG Martinez swinging there. And 1-2-3 inning for Travis McQueen here in the top of the fifth inning.
That was his third strikeout this afternoon.
An all-important inning for Travis McQueen as he's now 5 innings into this game with 6 earned runs. So we go to the bottom half of this fifth inning, where due up for the Westside Woolly Mammoths will be the top of their lineup. Tommy Fiesel, Jalen Lawson, and Alex Abbott. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to SpongeBob Day here at Jimmy John's Field as we bring you a Sunday afternoon match between the Mammoths and the Beavers, divisional matchup at that.
Oh, yeah, it's been all Beavers this afternoon to show for.
Yeah, 6-2 in favor of the Beavers as Fiesel kind of chops at the first swing or first pitch, and he'll ground it down to the third baseman Kennan, who will deliver it safely to first base, and that'll be the first out here.
It's the second time this afternoon Randy Wynn was able to get a batter on the first pitch he thrown.
He'll take it. He's done a pretty good job so far through the first 4 innings, giving up 2 runs and only 1 earned though. He's pitching well enough to put his team in a good spot. Let's hope he can continue that here. His ERA is a little bit inflated here from a couple of bad starts. He's better than what his ERA says. Jalen Lawson shows bunt there but pulls it back. Going to be in the strike zone though. 0-1 now after that first pitch, 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wynn's been doing really well with that pitch this afternoon. But he's doing a great job mixing up his pitches.
1 ball, 1 strike now on Jalen Lawson after he took a 75-mile-an-hour curveball for a ball.
Ooh. A beautiful pitch there from Wynn.
Yeah, he went back to the curveball again. Lawson thought he was going to be able to get it, but barely got a piece of it and made it 1-2.
Say he goes with the fastball here.
And he does, and it's going to be a line drive right to Helsel at first base. So that'll be a quick out again here in the bottom of the 5th. So now the right fielder Alex Abbott will stand in.
He reached safely due to an error. His last time up. Technically 0 for 2 this afternoon. That was to DJ Martinez when he lost in the sun.
Be a ground ball foul on the first base line, 0-1. Yeah, that was a couple. We've seen a lot of scary plays here.
Yes, we have.
2 collisions for the Mammoths, and then Martinez getting hit with that fly ball out at the shortstop position because he lost it in the sun. Protected himself at the last moment. One of the day games are fantastic because, well, they come in the middle of the day.
Yes, but the sun.
The sun is a
killer.
Big factor here for these players, as that's going to be a ball low, 1-1. Tried to get in with that curveball, but it ended up in the dirt.
Yeah, today has been a better looking weather type of day than we had this weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful here today. That time a change up to Alex Abbott. Down low, he swung and missed on it, 1-2.
Couple clouds, but nothing but blue skies seeing.
Yeah, ball outside. Count's going to fall even now at 2-2. Change up again there from Randy Wynn on the mound. Couldn't get Alex Abbott to bite, though. That time he goes with the curveball low and inside. 3-2. Count runs full.
Well, now Perez continues to get loosened up in the Woolly Mammoths bullpen. I'm wondering if he will be in next inning. McQueen has already given up 10 hits in this ball game.
He's going to drive that one towards the gap in right center field. On the run is Clark, and he'll get there on time, just shy of the warning track to make the catch.
I mean, he makes it look easy out there.
So Randy Wynn has his second 1-2-3 inning, and yeah, DeAndre Clark with all that speed in the outfield is able to cover a lot of ground quickly. So now the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers are going to come back up to bat here in the top of the 6th inning, and due up for them is going to be Rulis. Following him will be DeAndre Clark and Brandon Raw. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mask on here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half, the top half of the 6th inning. We're due up for the Beavers is going to be DeAndre Clark.
And we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Rolling Mammoths. It is the right-hander, Ronel Perez.
Yeah, Travis McQueen was beat up quite a bit in today's ballgame. Goes 5 innings, gives up 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Not the outing he wanted.
No, thankfully he ended the ballgame on a high note, though, going 1-2-3 in the 5th inning. But he was working fast on the mound. It's just the batters were hitting the baseball off him.
Yes, they were. Now Ronel Perez takes over on the mound in 7 innings pitch. Has 0 wins, 1 loss. He's given up 14 hits, has given up 6 walks, has 7 strikeouts, given up 11 runs, 8 in which were earned, an ERA of .939.
First pitch to Thomas Rules is hitting the right field, and Thomas Rules is 3 for 3 today.
Oh, man, he's having a ball game as well this afternoon.
So now DeAndre Clark will step in.
He's 1 for 3 this afternoon.
He's got a runner at first base and no outs here in the top half of the 6th. First pitch is a fastball outside, 1-0.
DeAndre Clark had a hit back in the 1st inning and a stolen base. Then came around to score. That way we got things going for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
The 1-0 is going to be fouled out of play, 1-1. Thomas Rulis down there at first base is a threat to steal as well. They're going to throw down to first base. Oh, the throw's going to get away from Whisker. He didn't realize it, so Rulis is going to advance to second on that poor throw.
Not been a good afternoon for the Rolling Mammoths defense.
So Rulis advances on an E1, or an E3, I mean. Actually, I don't know.
Could go both
If
ways.
I'm going to be honest, it was a poor throw, but Whisker thought he had it. Looked like he could have had it. This would be a ball high. 2-1. An error nonetheless is going to advance the base runner to second. So the Beavers have a runner in scoring position and a chance to further extend this lead with no outs here in the top of the 6th. He's going to ground that one over to the second baseman, Lawson. Lawson's going to make the quick toss down to Whisker at first.
But does his job to get the runner over in scoring position now.
Yep, a productive out there. So now the center fielder, Brandon Raw, will step in. Raw's done well today for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
Yes, he has an RBI. Had an RBI double his last time up. Also walked back in the 1st.
1 for 2 in total. He's going to hit that one over the head of Lawson at second base. That's going to be a base hit in the right field, and that's going to be another RBI for him. He's having himself a great day here.
It's going to be hard to pick our player of the game this afternoon.
Yeah, so many worthy candidates.
It's now a 7-2 ball game.
Still only 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning.
Our Robert Pollard, who's up, has 2 RBIs in this ballgame. Also a solo home run. And that came back in the 3rd.
Oh, that one's going to be driven high in the air towards right field on the
That
run
go?
is Abbott. And he's going to watch that one fly.
Wow.
And that's a second home run of the ball game for Robert Pollard.
Jeez, have himself an afternoon.
A 2-run shot. Robert Pollard just cemented himself as player of the game there. He's got 4 RBIs on the ball game, an RBI double, and 2 home runs.
Maybe he took some lessons from Tony Roselli last night, the ball game he had.
Yeah, apparently. So that just cleared up our pick for player of the game pretty easily.
Man.
So
Over there out in the stage area, he hit it.
Yeah, right in front of it. Christian Helsa will stand in. Going to swing and foul tip the first pitch off, 0-1. It's going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop, Smith. Ranging to his right has it. Going to make a throw down to first, and not going to be in time. It's going to get past Whisker for the second time. The runner's going to advance to second base on that play. So that's going to go down as a hit for Christian Helsel. A base hit and an error. Base hit E6 on that play. As the throw is in the dirt. Be a ball outside. Going to be called for a strike, though, as that one looked like it was outside to me. But I'm not the ump. 0-1 now on Hunter Wood. Runner at second base here as it's a 9-2 lead now for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
Thank to Robert Pollard's two-run shot.
It's going to be in there for a strike as well. 0-2. Robert Pollard just killing it today.
Yes, he is.
So is Brandon Raw, though. Got to give credit there, too, as well. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Let you pitch, ground ball towards the first baseman. Whisker bobbles it, but is able to tag first base. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the 6th inning, and put the runner at third base as he advances on that ground out. So now Dan Kennan will stand in with 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th inning. 1 for 3 today. He's going to take a first pitch slider for a strike, 0-1. Ground ball towards the third baseman, Blackstone. He has it. The throw down to first is going to be in time, and that's going to end the 6th inning. But the Beavers get 3 more on the board thanks to an RBI single from Brandon Raw and Robert Pollard's second home run of the day that drives in 2 more. So he's on fire in this ball game. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning where the Mammoths have a big hole to climb out of, and due out for them is going to be Ethan Whisker, Sean Wood, and Joey Davis. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 6th inning. The deficit even larger now for the Westside Woolly Mammoths after when Renel Perez came in and gave up 3 earned runs.
Yeah, How about Robert Pollard having himself an afternoon? 2 home runs.
Yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal in today's ball game.
But Brandon Raw as well has 2 RBIs in this ball game for the Beavers.
Together they combined for 6 of the 9 earned runs on the ball game for the Mammoth side. The 0-1 pitch comes into Whisker. It's going to be a fastball outside, 1-1. Hunter Wood also has an RBI in today's game, as does Helsel. Helsel actually has 2. It's going to be a fly ball down the right side, hooking foul out of play. 0-1-2. Be a fly ball towards center field, or right field actually. Rulis and Clark converging. Clark calls off Rulis and makes the catch, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 6th, as I struggle with words. Words are hard.
You wouldn't be good at words with friends then.
Apparently not. So now Sean Wood will step in. He's 1 for 2 today. He's my pick for player of the game. Comes into today batting just .086 on the season. But since I picked him, he's picked up a base hit. Gonna take a big cut there at a first pitch fastball. Wynn is attacking Sean Wood very heavily with fastballs.
Yes,
Wood
he is.
has a tendency to cut and miss. The base hit he had it on an 0-2 count, Dan, and then pitched him a changeup right down the middle that Wood just hit right back.
Yep.
Changeup outside for a ball, 1-1.
Bad location near pitch from Wynn.
Randy Wynn has 4 pitches in his arsenal. He's got the 4-seam fastball. He's got a slider, a changeup, and a curve.
The curveball's been getting batters fooled too.
Yeah, that time he goes with the slider. It's going to go inside, 2-1. Randy Wynn's got a 4-seamer that gets around 92 miles an hour. He's got a slider that goes anywhere from 79 to 81, a changeup around 80 and 82, so that's a big confuser for these batters, as it's the same velocity, but one has movement, one doesn't. Goes with a curveball there that does not drop inside, 3-1. And he's got that curveball that is between 72 and 76. Fouled off there is that fastball from Randy Wynn, 3-2 now on Sean Wood. Randy Wynn doing a great job on the mound, mixing up those pitches.
Having a better outing this afternoon than earlier this week. Or his last outing, that was.
Yeah, gave up 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings pitched. He's in his 6th inning of work here, only giving up 1 earned run. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, went with the fastball down low, and he got Sean Wood to bite again. It's his 2nd strikeout today. So the DH, Joe Davis, will stand in. Got 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Joe Davis 0 for 2 this afternoon.
Yeah, he popped out to the first baseman, Christian Helsel, and then grounded out to the pitcher, Randy Wynn. First pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. He's going to hit that one towards the third baseman, Kennan. Should be a routine play. It is, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Randy Wynn, his 2nd in a row, as he seems to be settling into a groove here.
We head to the 7th.
Yep, we go to the top of the 7th. Still a 9-2 game in favor of the Beavers, and when we come back, it is going to be Buckner, Martinez, and Rulos. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Hey, it's Matt Derry out here in right field in front of the merchandising tent and the trailer. We're having a blast. Get your USPBL gear right here. We've got 24 different kind of hats. We've got jerseys, pennants, foam figures. This Westside Woolly Mammoths jersey is straight fire. You've got to get these jerseys, these hats, everything out here in right field. And, of course, the merchandising area behind home plate in the grandstand. Check it out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 7th inning. Ronell Perez back out there for a 2nd inning of work. As Buckner swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
Nick Buckner's 0 for 3 this afternoon. He ground out, struck out, and flew out.
He's going to drive that one towards left field. Wood takes one step back and will make the catch. So make that 0 for 4.
Now batting for the Beavers, shortstop, DJ Martinez.
You know, Dan, despite all the runs that have come across the plate, 11 in total, the pitchers have been working quick on the mound.
Yes, they have. I mean, this is a lot quicker than last night.
Yeah, last night was 10-2, but it took 4 hours. It's going to be a ball inside, making Martinez spin out of the way, 1-0.
It's almost 3:30 here, and we're already in the 7th.
Yeah, approaching that 2-hour mark, and it's already 7th inning. He's going to foul that one off down the right side, 1-1. Perez sets on the mound, delivers the pitch. Looks like he's not going to get a piece of that one, so he'll come up empty. 1-2 now on Martinez. Looked like a slider there from Ronell Perez. Fastball outside is going to make the count fall even at 2 apiece.
Perez looking to have a bounce back inning this time around. Came in last inning and gave up a home run. A couple runs.
Oh, he thought he had that change up, but it's going to be fouled off 2-2. He took a big rip there. Thought he was going to drive one out with that swing. Couldn't square it up, though, and just fouled it off. So 2-2 count now. Perez readies himself on the mound. The kick getting the pitch.
Ooh, almost looked like it was going to hit him there.
Yeah, the change up there was inside. Martinez just spinning out of the way of that one. The 3-2 full count now on Martinez. Martinez has struck out swinging twice in today's ball game. So 3-2 pitch comes in. Be a ball high, so a walk to Martinez to start the top of the 7th inning. So 1 on and 1 out here with Thomas Rulis standing in.
And he's having himself a ball game this afternoon as well, Brian.
Yeah,
3
Rulis,
hits.
He's a little bit of an unsung hero here. He's been a spark in the lineup for the Beavers today. Like you said, 3 for 3.
He has a stolen base as well.
Yeah, he's come around to score twice. He's just a little bit overshadowed by the fact that Raw, Poller, and Helsel all have multi-RBI games, those 2, 3, 4 hitters. Actually, if you can count Hunter Wood, all the 2, 3, 4, and 5, the heart of that lineup, it's done all the damage today. And that's what you need as the Beavers. Like, you put those guys in that spot, in that lineup, because you expect them to drive and runs, and they've filled their role nicely.
Yeah, Chris Newell loving his lineup right now.
It's going to be a fly ball towards center field. Fiesel's underneath it, makes the catch, and Thomas Rulis is not going to go perfect today, so he's 3 for 4 now. But you can't take away the fact that he went 3 for 4.
No.
He could come up to bat again in the top of the 9th inning, or, I mean, depending on how much offense they produce, top of the 8th, really.
Yeah, like I was saying, manager Chris Newell has probably a smile on his face seeing what his line's been doing this afternoon.
That'll be 2 outs now in the top of the 7th.
Especially if his pitcher on the mound, Randy Wynn.
Yeah, Randy Wynn's been impressive as well, especially he's really found his groove now. 2, 1, 2, 3 innings in a row. First pitch to DeAndre Clark is hit out of play for a strike, 0-1. Runner at first base is DJ Martinez. He walked on a 3-2 count. That one's going to be fly down the left side. That one's going to land out of play as well, 0-2. Martinez got speed on the base paths, so he might try and steal here with 2 outs. His team already up 9-2, though, so I don't know if that's much of a worry for them, as he's not getting much of a lead down there at first base. The 0-2 pitch, he's going to barely get a piece of that one, hitting it straight into the dirt in front of him as it rolls behind foul.
Oh, Clark's only hit in this ball game came back in the first. And he also has a stolen base.
Be a ball outside, 1-2. Perez on the mound, readies himself. Here comes the 1-2. It's going to be a ground ball for Clark.
Ooh.
The shortstop Smith made a diving stop, and
He
it's going to be
overthrows.
thrown away. So both runners are going to advance. So we got runners at second and third now. Smith, I'd say
I feel like he should have just held on to that baseball.
he rushed himself.
Yes, he did.
So that'll be an E6. A base hit E6, as DeAndre Clark was going to get on probably either way. And that'll put runners at first and second base now. I'm sorry, second and third base now. Smith made a good diving stop to keep it from going into the outfield, but DeAndre Clark with all that speed probably was gonna get there first. That's gonna be a fly ball hit right to right to Fiesel in center, who makes a few steps in to make the catch, and that's gonna end the top of the seventh inning.
We get the stretch here at the ballpark.
Yeah, the Beavers threaten, but they can't score. They still lead at 9-2, however, and like you said, Dan, seventh inning stretch time here at Jimmy John's Field. So when we come back, it's going to be the Mammoths due up with the bottom of their lineup, Blackstone, Cross, and Smith. Please stay tuned for more. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Mammoths still trailing by 7 runs here as the Beavers are up 9-2.
Yeah, the RBIs from Brennan Raw. He has 2 of them this afternoon. Robert Parr, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, having himself an afternoon. Christian Household with 2 RBIs, and also Hunter Wood with an RBI.
Blackstone's the only player in the Mammoths who has an RBI, though.
Yeah.
The other runs scored because of an error.
Hey, that came back in the fourth. He had a double.
0-1 now as the pitch comes in, taken for a strike at the knees, 0-2.
We mentioned this before. There was one part when Kent Blackstone was just on fire. We didn't know when he was going to stop hitting the baseball.
I see 2 men up and throwing over in the Beavers bullpen, a lefty and a righty. It's going to be a pitch outside, 1-2. Blackstone's able to hold back. Randy Wynn in the 7th inning here. This might be his last inning of work. He's done fantastic so far. Only giving up runs in that 3rd and 4th inning. One due to an error in the 4th because he gave up a double. One's going to be driven deep to right field, though. On the run is Clark, and he's going to make the catch on the warning track. And
wow.
Again, Clark's range out there in the outfield.
He makes it look easy out there with the speed that he has.
Yes, he does. Kent Blackstone nearly had another extra base hit, but Clark, with at least 3 plays that he 3 hits that he stopped because of the amazing speed and range he has out in the right field. So Nick Krause now will step in. Be a ground ball. The second baseman, Rulis, is there in time. He'll make the easy lob throw over to Helsel, and that's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. So now Jeff Smith, the shortstop for the Mammoths, will step in.
He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Has a hit and a stolen base.
First pitch to Smith is going to be taken for a ball inside 1-0.
Unfortunately, his last time up struck out.
So Randy Wynn delivers the next pitch. Goes with a curveball that time, but it's going to break outside 2-0. Be a ground ball back to the mound. It's going to get past Randy Wynn.
Tough.
The shortstop, DJ Martinez,
Oh,
bare
and he
hands
gets
that
him.
one on the ground and is able to make the play. So that'll make up for his error earlier in the game. And Randy Wynn has himself his third 1-2-3 inning in a row, and this time he owes it to his fielders behind him.
How about DJ Martinez? That looked like a tough play, but able to get with the bare hand and get him out.
And DeAndre Clark down there in right field as well. So we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. We're due up for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers is going to be Rob Poller, the player of the game so far with his 4 RBIs, then Christian Helsel and Hunter Wood, the middle of that lineup. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. We got a new pitcher on the mound, and Luke McCaddy.
Yes. And Luke McCaddy, in 6 innings pitched, has 1 win, 0 losses, given up 5 hits, 1 walk, has 4 strikeouts, given up 2 runs, 1 in which was earned, an ERA of 1.42.
Ronel Perez on the mound, not the best outing he wanted.
No.
Coming in relief of Travis McQueen. Went 2 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 were earned. 1 walk and didn't strike anybody out. He had a better 7th inning, though, where he didn't give up a run, but still put runners at 2nd and 3rd.
And he also gave up that 2-run shot to Robert Poller.
Poller, who stands in right now for his 5th at-bat of the ball game.
Glad I went with him as my player of the game this afternoon.
Yeah, I'd say you're pretty much a lock at this point for the win, as he's going to foul that one in the netting behind home plate. 1-1. Dan, can you repeat to me and tell me what Luke McCaddy's ERA is?
Luke McCaddy's ERA is 1.42.
I figured it was something pretty low. Luke McCaddy comes in situationally, and he does a really good job. That one's going to be high, 2-1. We haven't seen him go really long into a ball game yet this season.
He only at least goes 1 inning, and that's about it.
Occasionally, I think we have seen him go 2 innings one time, but a lot of times he comes in and gets 1 or 2 outs and gets pulled. That's going to be a strike in there, 2-2, but he does a really good job in his role. I mean, that ERA is so low for a reason. He's going to be facing off with an explosive Beavers team, and the spark in that lineup to start things off in Robert Poller, as that's going to be a ball low, full count now.
Yeah, after he hit that home run, I think he was taking notes from Tony Roselli last night.
Yes, Tony Roselli with that grand slam, then robbing a home run from John Mankin, leaping at the wall.
But, you know, Robert Poller has the better advantage. But I don't know, that grand slam that Tony Roselli.
That'll be a base hit through the right side, and Robert Poller with another hit. He's just a triple shy of the cycle now, although it is the 8th inning.
Yeah. He's telling his Beavers, hurry up.
Yeah.
So I can get up again.
I don't think hurrying them will do him a
No,
whole lot of good.
not at
More
all.
like just get on
Yeah,
base.
right.
So now Christian Helsel will stand in.
Christian also has 2 RBIs this afternoon.
Yeah, just the middle of this lineup for the Beavers has done a lot of good work, and Luke McCaddy's got a tough plate. He's got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters who have 7 of the 9 runs today. 0-1 pitch is going to be a ball outside. Tried to go with the curveball there, but lost the handle on it. 1-1. Ask for a new ball now. Luke McCaddy takes a cautious look down at first base to Robert Poller. See, 1-1 comes in, and that's going to be down in the dirt for a ball 2-1. Tried to go to the curveball again.
But, of course, Helsel was not going to go fishing for that.
He'd be wise not to. Helsel's 2 for 4 today. See, 2-1 comes in. Be a foul ball. Out of play, 2-2. As Hunter Wood goes chasing after that one. The foul ball, that is. McCaddy sets on the mound, and he'll deliver the 2-2. It's going to be hit in the air towards the right side. Looks like it's going to head out of play, though, as it bounces into the Beavers' dugout. 2-2.
Beautiful afternoon we had here.
Oh, just absolutely
Yes.
gorgeous. Partly cloudy skies. 75 degrees, no humidity. Just absolutely gorgeous
This
day here at Jimmy
August
John's Field.
afternoon.
2-2 pitch could be inside. Second full count in a row for Luke McCaddy. Looks like I might have jinxed him, saying about how good he's been. Although, no runs have scored yet, so it's still up in the air. I hope I didn't jinx him. The 3-2 pitch comes in. It's going to be driven towards right field. Looks like it's heading out of play, though. Abbott on the run, and it'll land on the umbrella out there in the right field patio. So it's going to remain a full count now on Helsel.
Doing a great job staying alive here.
Just protecting the plate, waiting for the pitch he wants. Again, the 3-2. He's going to drive that one fouled on the third base line.
Making good contact.
He really is. It's just he hasn't squared up enough on one to drive it fair. He's been late and he's been early. Just got to get that timing down. Again, Poller at first base after leading off with a base hit here in the top of the 8th. 3-2 pitch again. This time he's going to nub it. It's going to go off of
His ankle
Poller.
looks like.
Yeah. I'm sorry, not Poller. Helsel. And like you said, looked like it went off his ankle as it trickled to the shortstop Smith, but they're going to call it dead. So 3-2 it will remain. Helsel not going down without a fight here in the top of the 8th inning. McCaddy sets himself on the mound. And again, the 3-2. This time it's going to be a fair ball over to the third baseman, Blackstone. They're going to get the run at second. And that's going to be a thrown away ball, another one. And Helsel's going to advance to second base.
But they do get the out at second, but still, they advance Helsel to second on that bad throw.
So Helsel reaches on a fielder's choice. They get the lead runner in Robert Poller. Hunter Wood will step in now. He's got a runner at second base after Helsel reaches on a field choice and advances the second on a E4. First pitch comes into Wood. Going to be a ball high, 1-0. Double plays out of the order now. We've seen 3 balls thrown away at first base in today's ballgame by the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
Hasn't been a great defensing afternoon.
Yeah, defensively they haven't been on the ball today with 2 collisions in the outfield, 3 thrown away balls at first base, as that's going to be a ball 2-0.
I'm struggling to get my words out here.
Their pitching hasn't been that great either. They've given up 9 earned runs. Luke McCaddy has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. He looks to be the first pitcher for the Mammoths today that doesn't allow an earned run, but with Helsel down there at second base, that could come to an end quickly here. On the other hand, the Beavers have done fantastic offensively and defensively, as that's going to be a ground ball fouled on the first base side.
Yeah, their offense this afternoon has just been amazing.
Yeah, your 2 through 5 hitters, Raw, Poller, Helsel, and Wood, have all combined for 9 runs today. Poller hitting 2 home runs today, a solo shot and a 2-run home run, including an RBI double for 4 RBIs. Definitely leading the way for player of the game. He is 4 for 5 in total. And on top of that, Randy Wynn has gone 7 innings. Unsure if he'll come back out for the 8th or not yet. Giving up 2 earned runs in today's ballgame. Doing a great job of pitching to contact. DeAndre Clark out there in right field has covered a lot of ground. Doing a fantastic job just catching pitches. Catching fly balls that are hard to catch normally. But with all that speed and range, he does it pretty well. DJ Martinez has made a couple of good plays. He does have an error on the day, but he's made up for it. He's a very solid second or shortstop, as that's going to be a walk to Hunter Wood, putting runners at first and second. Might have been one of those intentional walks there, Dan.
Yes, it might have been.
Because this will set up the double play with Dan Kennan coming up, who's 1 for 4.
Yeah, he flew out. His first appearance does have a hit, which came back in the 3rd, but then grounded out in his last 2 play appearances.
Ooh, Dan Kennan's going to try and hold back, but he's going to go around 0-1 now after he misses on a curveball. So a runner at second base and first base with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Beavers already have a 9-2 lead, and they can extend it even further here. So the 0-1 pitch comes in. He's going to drive that one foul. Check a swing at a curveball in at the hands, 0-2. In case you're just tuning in, the Beavers got out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the 1st inning. RBI double from Poller, an RBI ground out from Helsel, and an RBI single from Hunter Wood made it that way. They would extend on it by another run in the top of the 3rd inning when Robert Poller hits a solo shot. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Mammoths would finally get on the board when Jeff Smith scored on an E6. An error from DJ Martinez. That was the aforementioned error where he was hit with the fly ball. In the top of the 4th inning, the Beavers would get 2 more back, though, as that one's driven hard in the air to left field. On the run is Wood.
Off the wall.
It's going to be off the wall out there, and that's going to score 1 more run.
Man, these Beavers this afternoon been just clobbering the ball.
This will be an RBI single for Dan Kennan.
This is now 10-2.
Got to give a little bit of credit there to Sean Wood out there in left field. He put his glove up in the air acting like he was about to catch it, even though he was actually like 5 feet from the ball. That tricked the base runners into thinking that he was going to have it and holding at their base as the tag on the fly ball, where they could have ran and possibly scored 2 more. So Sean Wood's quick thinking probably saved him a couple runs.
Yes.
That's going to do it here for Luke McCaddy. Or maybe not. It looks like they're just talking at the mound.
To give the reliever out there warming up in the bullpen some time.
It's a right-hander up and throwing down there in the Mammoths bullpen.
Looks like Tyler Hunt.
Shane McCaddy returns to the dugout now. It's 10-2 now in favor of the Beavers. I'm not entirely sure yet if that run is going to come as a earned run or not. Helsel reached base on fielder's choice, but advanced to second on air. I'd have to imagine it will be, but I'm not sure yet. As a similar play was announced as a earned run for Perez. That was that base hit that he advanced on an error in the 6th inning. Actually, it was Helsel both times, ironically enough.
Beavers have 17 hits this afternoon.
Yeah, they've been hitting the baseball really hard and often. Trying to look up and down here, see if there's any player on their lineup who doesn't have a hit yet. And I think Nick Buckner, who's up to bat right now, is the only one.
Also, DJ Martinez.
Ah, you're correct. He reached base on a walk. So it's going to be Nick Buckner, who's the only batter who has not reached base safely in today's ball game, in one fashion or another. As the 1-1 pitch going to be a ball outside, 2-1 now.
Let's see if he can do it here.
Runners at first and second, 1 out, 10-2 lead in favor of the Beavers. It's going to be a ball outside, 3-1 now.
You know you don't want to be the odd man out that doesn't reach base. You never know what your teammates are going to say.
Yeah, especially if you're the DH. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss there. Buckner takes a big rip. Looks like he got a piece of it into the glove of Kraus, though. 3-2. Got a piece of it after all. Luke McCaddy looking to get this out here and get back on the right track. Takes a look back to second base at Hunter Wood. 3-2 pitch driven high in the air towards center field. Backing up is Fiesel to the edge of the warning track, onto the warning track to make the catch. Tagging up from second base is Wood as he advances to third. The throw into second is going to be in time.
Wow.
The relay from the cutoff man is in time, and they get Dan Kennan trying to tag in advance. So that's going to be an 8-6-4 put out there on that, and that'll end the inning. So great relay there from the cutoff man to end the top of the 8th. However, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers do get another one in the top of the 8th inning, making it a 10-2 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th, where due up for the Westside Mammoths will be the top of their lineup. Tommy Fiesel, Jalen Lawson, and Alex Abbott. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Westside Woolly Mammoths down to their final 6 outs in this ball game.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Beavers, and it is Chris Falwell making his USPBL debut from Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that left-hander, like you said, out of Austin, Texas, takes over on the mound for Randy Wynn. Randy Wynn had a fantastic outing today. He had 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, only one of which was earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Was doing a great job pitching to contact here, attacking the strike zone aggressively, getting guys fly out and ground out pretty frequently. So now it's up to Chris Falwell here to get through the 8th inning. Making his debut. Tall left-hander. First pitch from him is going to be a ball high and away, 1-0.
We will see a pinch hitter here for Fiesel.
Yeah, Jobo Farrell standing in. Just a matchup type thing. With Falwell being a lefty, Farrell is coming in because he's a righty. 2-0 after the second pitch misses high as well. That's a little concerning.
Farrell this season's hitting 170, has 17 hits, a home run, and 5 RBIs for the Mammoths.
One's going to be high for a ball as well. 3-0 now. Pitch, way outside, 4-pitch walk to Jobo Farrell. Not how he wanted to start his USPBL career here. So now Jalen Lawson is going to stand in.
Now the Beavers still have action in their bullpen. It looks like Brian Hellman warming up and also James Ball.
Hellman and Ball do a pretty good job. Ball especially as the first pitch to Lawson is going to
get away.
Be a wild pitch there, and that one was thrown behind him, I believe.
Looks like he has the jitters.
Come out to the mound and try and talk to him. Farrell's going to take second base on that wild pitch. Wood comes out to try and calm him down.
(10-2) lead here for the Beavers. We've seen this as the final score of last night's ball game as well. Between the Unicorns and the Hoppers, Unicorns get the win.
1-0 pitch comes in. Another ball way outside. 2-0. He hasn't thrown a pitch close to the strike zone yet. Dondre Clark running back from the Beavers bullpen.
And if you're manager Chris Newell, kind of be concerning here.
With an 8-run lead, they might just another one way outside, 3-0. They might just be trying to give him, you know, some live action here.
Here comes Dan Kennan to talk to him, calm him down. Hasn't hit the strike zone.
Not even close. And I'm hoping it's just that first game jitters. Maybe he's a little nervous. Three-0 pitch again. Nowhere close to the strike zone. Another 4-pitch walk. And Newell's going to come out to the mound now. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here.
Looks like it's going to be James Ball coming out of that bullpen.
So Falwell doesn't record an out. Throws 8 straight balls to walk the 2 batters he faces. Just looks like he's got a little first game jitters. Hopefully he can get through those and come back in the next game and do better than that. So the man with the beard, James Ball, is in.
Yes. And James Ball, an 18 innings pitch. He has 1 win, 2 losses, given up 20 hits, has given up 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, given up 17 runs, 11 in which were earned, an ERA of 5.40. And, you know, James Ball, didn't you talk about Brian Wilson in the major leagues? Kind of like that beard style.
Well, that's who he said his idol was, his favorite player, and that's probably why he has the beard like the way he does.
It's been all Beavers this afternoon.
Although hopefully with the bullpen in, the Westside Woolly Mammoths can do some damage now. It's a 10-2 lead right now for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers over the Westside Woolly Mammoths. 3 runs in the first inning from Poller, Housel, and Wood. They got another one in the third thanks to Poller as well, and again in the fourth thanks to Housel and Raw. In the 6th inning, they got 3 more across thanks to Raw and Poller. And then 1 more in the 8th thanks to Cannon. So they scored their 10 runs. Just 1 run for the Mammoths today. That was a Kent Blackstone double in the 4th inning. Or I'm sorry, they do have 2 runs, but that was the only earned run for Randy Wynn. Another run scored because of an error. Alex Abbott on the mound now.
Alex Abbott's 0 for 3 technically this afternoon.
Be a ball aside. Ooh, Hunter Wood thought about throwing down as the runner at second, Joba Farrell, was way off the bag, but nobody was covering, so 1-0. Runners at first and second here, no outs. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Mammoths look to get on the board for the second time today, as the 1-0 pitch is going to be hit out of play. 2-0. 1-1, however. Holy cow. James Ball takes a look back to second, delivers the pitch. It's going to be fouled out of play, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 runners on base. Abbott in the batter's box now against James Ball on the mound. 1-2 pitch, fouled in the netting behind home plate. Tried to get him with the curveball there, but no dice. Ball sets himself on the mound, takes a peek back to Farrell second base again. And delivers the pitch. Oh, it's going to be driven down the right field line. Hooking, foul.
Ooh,
got
very
good,
close.
Yeah, good contact on that one as it bounces into the bullpen of the Beavers.
That maybe could have drove in 2 runs.
Probably, as he was hitting that one to the corner, but unfortunately, he was a little bit out in front of it. It's going to remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch comes in. It's going to be a ball outside. Count's going to fall even 2-2.
It's now 4 o'clock here at the ballpark. Oh, 10-2 ball game.
It's going to hit that one high in the air. Into foul territory. Ball on the run. So is Kennan. Kennan's going to call off Ball, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Ball and Hunter Wood going after it, but they just gave it to Kennan to go after it.
Did you see James Ball there? That guy was charging.
Yeah, he was.
Man, he's got a lot of passion for the game.
Yes, he does.
The way he was running reminds me of Phil Koch when he used to come out of the bullpen, come charging. Of course, hopefully James Ball pitches a little bit better than Phil Koch does. The first batter he faces, he manages to get out.
Yeah, I remember Phil Koch.
I think we all remember Phil Koch. We
Coming
try
out
to
of that
forget.
bullpen, yeah.
He was a big piece of that 2012
Yes, he was.
World Series. As that one's going to be driven high in the air towards left field. On the run is Poller, and he's going to watch that one go. Ethan Whisker hits a 3-run home run here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that's going to make it a 10-5 ball game.
Wow.
Whisker
5-run ball game now.
Yeah, he got all of that one.
James Ball wishes he could have that pitch back. That's 3 home runs in this ball game, 2 coming from Robert Pollard on the Beavers.
So now Whisker comes up. Not Whisker, who just hit the home run, but Sean Wood comes up.
It's going to be R.J. Fuhrer pinch hitting for Ethan Whisker, and that's going to be it for James Ball.
Yeah, we're going to get a pitching change as well.
2 pitchers coming into this inning for a win and haven't done good at all.
Yeah, Ball records 1 out, gives up a hit, 3 runs, only 1 of which was earned. The other 2 are earned to Chris Falwell. No walks and no strikeouts. So hopefully the new lefty on the mound can do a little bit better than that.
And it looks like going to be Seth Brenner on the mound for the Beavers, and he's done a great job coming out of that bullpen for the Beavers.
Seth Brenner's been very effective
Yes,
since coming
he
over to the
has.
Beavers, moving into that bullpen.
Here at the Beavers in 16 innings pitched, he has 1 win, 1 loss, given up 12 hits, has given up 5 walks, has 21 strikeouts, given up 4 runs in which were earned, but an ERA of 2.25. And if you want to get out of this inning, Seth Brenner's the one to go to.
That's for sure.
And Wynn is probably saying thank you for coming out, because he's still looking to get the win here.
Hopefully Seth Brenner coming in can get these final 5 outs in this ball game. The Beavers have cut the lead in half, making it 10-5. So now Seth Brenner is coming up to face the pinch hitter R.J. Fuhrer. It's going to be a first pitch slider there from Seth Brenner for a ball outside, 1-0.
R.J. Fuhr's hitting 200 this season, has 15 hits and 5 RBIs. Draws a lot of walks, though.
Be a fly ball in a foul territory, out of play, though, 1-1.
He has 17 walks this season. And when he gets on, he's got a lot of stolen bases as well.
He's a threat on the base paths. Problem is with the batting average exactly on that Mendoza line, he only gets on 1 out of every 5 at-bats. And that's just, you just need to do better than that.
Yes.
2-1. Be a blooper into right field, in for a base hit, and R.J. Fuhrer comes up in a pinch hitting situation and it gets on base.
Things are starting to get interesting here at the ballpark. I mean,
We had a-
the Mammoths are still down by 5, but
The first 7.5 innings, Dan, went by very fast,
Yes,
but
it
here in the
did.
bottom of the 8th,
it's just been a struggle for the Beavers to get out of.
yeah, a 3-run home run for Ethan Whisker, and now R.J. Fuhrer gets on with a base hit. One and 0 now to Joe Davis after the first pitch was outside for a ball. Two 0 now after another ball misses outside. Goes back to that fastball again. Another ball outside, 3-0. Keeps trying to hit that outer third of the plate, but keeps missing.
Here we go.
That one will be in there for a strike. Gets the strike zone that time, 3-1. Randy Wynn goes really well through the first 7 innings, and relief pitching has come in here and surrendered 3 runs, making it a 10-5 ball game. One's going to be driven hard on the left field line, going to be hooking foul, though, and the count's going to run full 3-2.
Davis wishes he can just straighten it out. Because he made good contact there on that pitch. 2 out in front of it.
We're on our first base here with 1 out. As the 3-2 pitch comes in, it's going to get a piece of that one. Brenner sets himself on the mound, and here comes the 3-2.
Oh, there goes the bat.
Throw his bat on that one. Makes contact on the pitch, though, so stays alive.
Watch out. And he's probably laughing himself a little bit. Can't believe he let go of that, but sometimes it happens.
It just slips. We've seen it a few times this season. It's always comedic to watch happen as he slowly finds his way over to the dugout to retrieve his baseball bat.
Palmer gives him the bat back.
That was very entertaining to watch.
Yes, it was. I mean, this has been a long inning. Beavers bullpen hasn't been able to get the job done yet. Randy Wynn just gave up a hit to R.J. Fuhr. He's trying to get here Joe Davis.
3-2 pitch comes in. He's going to drive that one towards left field. On the run is Robert Poller. At the wall, will run into the wall and not make the catch. And he's going to drop that one, and they're going to wave the runner around third base. And will it be in time, as the throw from the cutoff man is not going to be in time, going to be thrown away, so the runner's going to be able to advance to third.
It is now a 10-6 ball game, but man, he went crashing into the wall.
Yeah, he crashed into the doors out there, so it gave way more than he was expecting. And so
Robert Power looks to be okay out there, but man.
It's going to go down as an error on the play. So an E7, a little bit unfair on that if you ask me. Ran into the wall, poor guy. 1-0 on Kent Blackstone.
Gotten interesting here.
That'll go down as an unearned run, though, for Seth Brenner.
Down by 4 now, the Mammoths.
Swing and a miss there from Blackstone, 1-1. Well, they're not giving up. I can give them that credit.
Nope.
As he sets on the mound and delivers the pitch. That ball's way outside. 2-1.
Beavers have action in their bullpen. Trevor Yonage begins to get warmed. And get loosened.
2-1 pitch comes in. Swing and a miss there. 2-2. Fooled him with that one. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at third base. Now a 10-6 game as the 2-2 comes in and froze him with that one.
I don't know there, Brian. I thought that would be called strike.
That was a beautiful curveball.
Yes,
but
it was.
Was not called a strike, so the count's going to run full 3-2. I thought that was going to be a called third strike, too. It was beautiful.
Maybe the ump last night would have called that one.
3-2, going to be fouled off.
But that game was long last night, and that ump behind the plate was right in the strike zone. I think he wanted to go home just like every one of us.
Expanding his strike zone. The 3-2 pitch comes in. Be driven high in the air towards right field. Playable, though. Rulis, the second baseman, over. Called off by DeNandre Clark, who makes the catch. Tagging from third is Davis tagging from third, but decides to retreat back.
And Brian, we have a defensive replacement out there in right. It looks like Gerard Hernandez instead of DeNandre Clark out there now.
You sure are right. That is Gerard Hernandez. You can tell because of the huge hair.
Yeah.
so it's actually Gerard Hernandez that got that put out there. Nice eye there, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Be a first pitch ball to Kraus, 1-0. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Westside Woolly Mammoths bats have come alive here, bringing home 4 runs, making it a 10-6 ball game. See, 1-0 comes in. It's going to be a ball low, 2-0.
Nick Kraus is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Struck out, flew out, and grounded out. He has a runner in scoring position, though. He has 3 RBIs this season, can make 4.
He's going to line drive that one right to Martinez, who dove to his left to make the play, and great job there by Martinez. And that's going to end the bottom of the 8th, but the Mammoths get 4 in the books in this inning with a 3-run home run from Ethan Whisker, and then a run scores on an error, making it a 10-6 ball game. Much closer now, Dan.
Yes, it is.
So we go to the bottom, or the top of the 9th inning. We're due up for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. It's going to be DJ Martinez, Thomas Rulis, and DeNandre Clark. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mask on here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be DJ Martinez set to lead things off here.
And we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. It's Andrew Cohen on the mound. Andrew Cohen this season has done a pretty good job.
Luke McCarty's day is done. He goes 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts. So now Andrew Cohen faces DJ Martinez to start things off here in the top of the 9th. It's going to be a first pitch strike for fastball, 0-1.
It's a 10-6 ball game now.
Ooh, he's going to swing, and that looked kind of a painful, awkward swing as he's down on 1 knee. 0-2.
Whoa.
He's going to hit DJ Martinez with a curveball there, and he'll take first base.
Now batting for the Beavers, second baseman, Thomas Rulis.
Thomas Rulis is having himself an afternoon as well, Brian.
Yes,
3
he is.
hits in this ball game, and also a stolen base as well. Came into this afternoon's ball game hitting .348 of the season. 1 home run and 19 RBIs.
Going to take for a called strike there, 0-1.
He's had 49 hits of the season after what he's done this afternoon.
Bring for second base is D.G. Martinez in a hit and run situation. He fouled off 0-2. Going to hit that one on a line right to the shortstop, Jeff Smith. The throw down to first is not in time as D.G. Martinez slides back in safely.
But what a great heads-up play there by Jeff Smith.
Now back to the Beavers, right fielder, John Andre Clark.
As we have a pinch hitter, of course, it's Gerard Hernandez, who taken over Denandre Clark out there in right.
See what he can do here. Hit that 3-run home run in that 11-8 victory in the 9th inning. Ended up being the game changer there. So
Yes,
let's see if he can repeat history here with the runner on first base.
He's hitting 133, 11 hits, of course, with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs.
Gerard Hernandez going to call for time down there at home plate. D.G. Martinez led off the inning with a hit by pitch. So the 0-1 pitch comes in, and it's going to be a ball outside, 1-1 now on Hernandez. He's going to ground that one foul, 1-2 now. The game was smooth sailing pretty much all the way up to the 7th inning in terms of game speed.
8th inning was just dragging on there.
Yeah, it was a long 8th inning. Both teams scored at least 1 run. The Mammoths scored 4, however. Ethan Whisker with a 3-run shot and then scored another one on an error. Ball way inside on that curveball. 2-2. Cohen doesn't seem to have a good handle on that curveball yet. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning with 1 on. It's going to be a ball inside, full count now, 3-2. Hernandez steps back in. Cohen sets on the mound and delivers the pitch. 3-2 is going to be driven down the left field line. Going to be a fair ball, and it's going to roll towards the warning track before Wood can get it. Rounding second base and heading to third is Martinez, and he'll stop there. It's going to be a double for Gerard Hernandez, putting runners at second and third base.
Coming in clutch there in pinch hit situation.
So now Brandon Raw will step in.
He has 2 RBIs this afternoon, Brian. An RBI double and an RBI single. Right now, if the Beavers are able to hold up here, our player of the game would be Robert Pollard. But, I mean, all around, Brandon Raw, you have Christian Houso with RBIs, and then Hunter Wood as well. This whole Beavers lineup, top half of the lineup, it's been very active this afternoon.
The ball inside is going to get away from Cross behind the plate, going to allow a run to score. So a wild pitch is going to allow a run to score here. Make it 11-6. Beavers getting one back here in the 9th inning. Gerard Hernandez moves up to third base. Brandon Raw on the mound. At the plate, as that's going to be a ground ball towards Smith. A nice leaping grab there as they're playing the infield in to throw the runner out at home. So a 6-3 put out there is going to be the second out here in the top of the 9th. The runner, Jordan Hernandez, stays put at third base, though.
Here comes the guy that's been amazing this afternoon, Robert Pollard.
Rob Pollard just a triple shy of the cycle.
Actually, it's going to be Daniel Oliveri pinch hitting for him.
And Rob Pollard will stay a triple shy of the cycle, as, like you said, Daniel Oliveri stands in.
Wow.
Oliveri with an impressive start to the season so far, Dan.
Yes, he is. He's got hitting .222, has 2 hits and 4 RBIs.
Yeah. Comes in clutch, it looks like. I mean, small sample size right now. It's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and miss. He's 2 for 9 on the season. 4 RBIs. So at least when he does hit, he comes up big when he needs to. He's going to foul that one off 0-2 as he gets a piece of that curveball. Swing and a miss there by Oliveri, and he's going to go down on strikes, missing on that 75-mile-an-hour curveball.
But the Beavers get one more run on the board.
DJ Martinez scores on a wild pitch, making it an 11-6 ball game, and we go to the bottom of the 9th, the last call for the Mammoths, as they try to overcome a 5-run deficit in the bottom of the 9th inning. Due up for them is going to be Jeff Smith, Jobel Farrell, and Jalen Lawson. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon ball game between the Mammoths and the Beavers.
It's all Beavers this afternoon, 11-6, but, I mean, give it up for the Mammoths, not giving up here.
Yeah, they scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th, make it 10-6 at the time. Beavers did get 1 in the top half. And now it's going to be Trevor Janich out here to try and finish out this ball game.
And 10.5 innings pitch. Janich has 2 wins, 0 losses, getting up 6 hits, giving up 2 runs, 1 in which were earned, has given up 3 walks, has 1 strikeout. My correction, 11 strikeouts, and has an ERA of .84 of the season.
Seth Brenner's day is done. He goes 2/3 of an inning pitch, gives up 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 earned run, and doesn't strike out anybody. Right now, Riley Palmer's up the bat, pinch hitting for Jeff Smith in that 9 hole. 1-1, swung on and missed there, 1-2. So shift down on Riley Palmer right now. Infield shifted to the right. Second baseman Thomas Rulis is playing close to first base, where the shortstop DJ Martinez is playing behind second directly. And the third baseman Dan Cannon is playing between second and third. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and he gets Riley Palmer swinging to start things off here in the bottom of the ninth. Good way for Janich to start the ninth inning here, too. So Jobo Farrell will stand in.
He walked his last time up after pinch hitting. And he advanced to second base on a wild pitch as well. And I believe he came around to score. I could be wrong.
It's going to be a first pitch ball to Jobo Farrell at a 1-0 pitch as that fastball misses out way outside.
Yeah, he did came around to score because that 3-run shot from Ethan Whisker. So.
1-0 pitch. He tried to hold back, but it's going to be a strike, 1-1. Nice curveball there by Trevor Janich. Jobo Farrell fanned on it. One pitch comes in. Ooh, big cut there.
Ooh.
Got him with that slider.
Yes, it was
1
a
and
beautiful
2.
pitch there from Janich.
One, two is going to check his swing, and that pitch is going to be down low and away. Count's going to fall even 2-2. Ooh, swing and a miss, and Jobo Farrell goes down on strikes, and Dan.
Two back-to-back strikeouts for him.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Like you said, Dan, for Trevor Janich on the mound now to start things off in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Last chance. Here comes Jalen Lawson to the plate. Yeah, Janich came into this afternoon's ball game with 11 strikeouts, make it 13 now of the season.
Not the first time he struck out the side in the ninth, as that's going to be a ball outside, 1-0.
Jalen Lawson's technically 0 for 2 tonight, or this afternoon. Either way you want to look at it. Gave up 2 walks as well.
That one's going to be a tad high for a ball, 2-0. Try to get him with that curveball to chase, but no dice. Be a ball outside, 3-0 now to Lawson. It's going to be a ball way outside. Lawson didn't even have to think about that one. A 4-pitch walk for Lawson to put a man on first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth inning. So after striking out 2 guys, he goes for a 4-pitch walk. Kind of opposite ends of the spectrum there, Dan.
Right.
So the man on, Alex Abbott's going to come up to bat. Janich still looking to get that final out.
Trevor Janich probably just said, I don't want to deal with you right now. He said he wants Alex Abbott. See if he can get him here.
Abbott is 0 for 4 today. Only reached base safely because of an error.
That came back in the 3rd inning.
Breaking for second base is Jalen Lawson, but Hunter Wood's gonna lose it in his feet, so he's gonna get in there safely. Stolen base. 0-1 on Abbott as he swung and missed at that pitch. A 1 pitch inside, 1-1 now. Tried to go with the slider that time. Missed inside. 1-1 pitch. Fastball that misses.
I don't know where.
Inside.
That looked good to me.
Did to me too. 1-2. Or 2-1. My mind wants to say 1-2 because that one looked like it was in there for a strike. Yonich setting on the mound. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss there. Got him with the curveball. 2-2. And the Westside Woolly Mammoths down to their final strike here. Runner at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Alex Abbott. Westside Woolly Mammoths
Down by 5.
down by 5 here in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 11-6. Yonich sets on the mound. Here comes the 2-2. He's going to foul that one down the first base line towards the dugout of the Beavers. So the 2-2 comes in. It's going to be a ground ball towards the second baseman, Rulis. He has it. That should do it, and that will end the ball game. So Yonich comes in here, gives up a walk, but gets the inning done. And that's going to end the ball game. The Westside Woolly Mammoths fall to the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers 11-6 in this ball game.
Yeah, what a ball game it has been this afternoon.
Yeah, lots of runs in this one, 17 total. And Dan, let's just jump right into the post-game talk.
Let's do it.
To do a recap, the Beavers got out to an early 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Pollard had an RBI double. Helsel had a ground out for an RBI, and Hunter Wood in an RBI single. They tacked down again in the top of the third inning with a solo shot from Robert Pollard. That was just the start of his fantastic day. And then the bottom of the third inning, it was the Mammoths who would retaliate. They score a run on an error, making it 3-1. In the top of the fourth, though, the Beavers score 2 more runs, a RBI double for Brandon Raw, and then an RBI double again for Christian Helsel. Made it 6-1. The Mammoths would score again in the bottom of the fourth thanks to an RBI double from Kent Blackstone, making it 6-2. The Beavers then would score at 3 in the top of the sixth. A 2-run home run from Robert Pollard and an RBI single from Brandon Raw would make it 9-2 that way. They would make it. The Mammoths would awaken their bats in the bottom of the 8th inning, however. A 3-run home run from Ethan Whisker out to left field made it a closer ball game, and they scored another run thanks to an error, making it 9-4. Then the Beavers would score 1 more run in the top of the 9th inning on a wild pitch, making it 10-6. And that's how the ball game would end. It was quite a ball game.
Yes, it was. You know, we had a couple home runs in this ball game, of course, with Robert Pollard, with 2 of them. Then the Ethan Whisker. I mean, unfortunate, the Woolly Mammoths, you know, defensively this afternoon as well was a little bit struggled. But the Beavers, how about Randy Wynn on the mound?
Yeah, he was absolutely phenomenal today. He goes 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Got to be pitcher of the game.
Yes,
man.
he is.
There's no way he's not. Because all the other pitchers, Travis McQueen's getting the start, wasn't too good today.
Yeah, he gave up 10 hits and, of course, 6 runs, in which were earned. But, yeah, Randy Wynn with the pitcher of the game. And then, obviously, player of the game would have to go with Robert Pollard. Went 4 for 5.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal today. He had 2 home runs, a solo shot and a 2-run home run, an RBI double and a single. Like you said, going 4 for 5 in that ball game. Just absolutely astonishing. Other notable ones is Brendan Raw going 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Christian Helsel had 2 RBIs as well, going 2 for 5 as well.
Yep. And, you know, the Beavers will still stay in first place in the West. And their record improves to 22-19 of the season, while the Woolly Mammoths will fall to 19-20.
Hunter Wood goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Dan Kennan goes 2 for 5 with an RBI. Just lots of multi-hit games all the way around. I think the only one who didn't reach safely in today's ballgame was Nick Buckner. Thomas Rulis, also worth a mention. He goes 3 for 5 with 3 singles. So absolutely phenomenal game all the way around from the Beavers. And I have to agree with you on that one, Dan. I'm going to give it to Robert Pollard. 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. You got to give it to him.
Oh, yeah.
But, Dan, what's on the menu for tomorrow? Or not tomorrow, but Thursday evening?
Well, it seems like it's going to be like that tomorrow.
It comes in a flash.
Yes, it does. So Thursday, it's a evening ball game. First pitch is at 7:05. We have the Beavers taking on the Woolly Mammoths once again. And first 1,000 fans who attend early will get a Woolly Mammoth bobblehead.
So it's going to be an exciting ball game here.
You got Chick-fil-A, you got Thirsty Thursdays, of course. So it's going to be a great evening.
So again, Thursday evening matchup. We're going to go on the air at 6:50 for a 7:05 start. Again, the final score was Beavers 11, Mammoths 6. From Jimmy John's Field, I'm Brian Fisher with Dan Dobler. Thank you all for tuning in.